Ambassadors will be wearing bright orange shirts so they can be easily identified. They will be on duty every day during the World Cup period from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta. Clouds and scattered storms return tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. President Trump says the Strait of Hormuz is now partially open.
The Strait opens completely. It's open now, but it opens completely. We'll have all the mines knocked out for the most part. We have a lot of lanes right now already.
While in France for the G7 summit, the president is asked about the new peace agreement with Iran. He says it'll be formally signed Friday in Geneva. And the possible end of the Middle East conflict is a win for drivers. Money reporter Elizabeth Schulze says gas prices are falling as road trip season heats up.
The key for gas prices from here is how quickly we actually start to see tankers move through the Strait of Hormuz. If there are no clear signs that that oil is coming back on the market, we could still see gas prices go up again this summer.
According to AAA, gas prices in Georgia averaged $3.75 a gallon today. A Johns Creek lawyer is heading to federal prison for more than a year after pleading guilty to tax evasion. Federal prosecutors say 60-year-old Ahmad Ibrahim earned a huge income from 7 businesses between 2016 and 2019, and the feds say he hid that by writing at least 70 checks to himself for $700,000. Ibrahim skipped out on paying $1.5 million in taxes. The U.S. Attorney in Atlanta says this prison sentence should send a clear message to tax cheats. A new resource for homeless people in DeKalb County.
The newly opened day center at New Life Church in Decatur provides a range of services, including mental health assistance and workforce training. Commissioner Nicole Messiah says giving people dignity and opportunity benefits us all.
They have a better chance of achieving long-term stability and self-sufficiency. That benefits our neighborhoods, our communities, our businesses, and the entire county.
Caseworkers will be on hand 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. Guests can also receive meals, showers, and hygiene kits. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
The UGA baseball team takes on conference rival Oklahoma tonight in the College World Series in Omaha. First pitch is at 7 p.m. The Diamond Dogs are coming off a 7-1 win over Texas Saturday night and a win tonight. If Georgia wins tonight, they will be off until Wednesday. The loser of tonight's game will face elimination tomorrow. Georgia's looking for its first national title in baseball since 1990. It is 3:03 and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Still shaking out the delays on the east side perimeter, Bill. All lanes are open. 285 northbound at the Indian Creek MARTA station from that earlier red alert. We're still seeing leftover delays from Flat Shoals up to Glenwood. That is just that drive trying to thin out, so be patient there. It is a lot of pedestrian traffic in downtown Atlanta around Atlanta Stadium, which is Mercedes-Benz Centennial Olympic Park, now that World Cup game is over. So just stay away from that area if you don't need to use it. If you do, just allow some extra time and beware of all the pedestrians. Heading into downtown, 85 southbound, starting to get a little bit slower from leaving Georgia 400 as you get on to 75, 85 south passing North Avenue. And northbound delays as well starting. The brake lights find you 75, 85 north before University Avenue up to I-20. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy and pleasant today, high 85. Just a slim chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm for the south side of the metro. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, clouds return with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, high around 77. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and storms, highs in the mid 80s.
And right now it's 77 in Marietta, 79 in Lawrenceville, 79 in Fairburn. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded by all of the doctrinaires.
Wow.
Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. And unlike the nasty rumors that were flying around here on Friday, Jared Yamamoto is here.
Yeah, glad to be back in the greatest country in the world,
USA. I think we've had enough of that last night. I really think we're USA. We get it. We love it. Great, wonderful.
It's the hangover, Eric.
Fantastic. I have actually split into a different timeline. This is quite popular these days with the DCEU and the MCU.
Oh, the multiverse.
The multiverses. I've slipped into another timeline, another Yeah, different multiverse where we live in like a regular country, and all that crap last night didn't happen. And the reason the Iran war isn't coming to an end in the timeline that I've shifted to, it never started. So I'm living my best life.
Sounds boring.
Yeah, I think it probably is because I don't get to see people scream and holler and finally I got to say that it is good to see that manhood is back in the United States of America. Because you know what men do? They fight. That's all they do.
Shirtless.
That's all they do. They just take
sweat.
their shirts
They
off and they
sweat.
sweat and they fight.
Yep.
And that's how you know you're a man. Kids, if you think you might be a man, the way you find out is that you like to fight all the time.
Oh, and on the floor.
Yeah. Well, this is starting to sound like your female fantasy.
Well, I just remember when people got upset that they put like the rainbow lights on the White House.
Yes, yeah.
And then they decided to.
Well, this has washed that away. It's as if
Oh,
those
yeah.
lights were never. Let me tell you something about the.
There's nothing gay at all about two guys rolling around.
There wasn't. Was there 4,500 people right there around the octagon? And then how many made it to the ellipse?
Somebody was saying 80,000.
Well, that's what they expected. I don't know what the actual. Let's say it's somewhere
It
between.
looked like a ton of people.
60 and 80,000 people. They all not only went through metal detectors, of course, as you have to because that close to the White House. They all went through gay detectors, and Autumn. There was not one single. There was only the Secretary of the Treasury was the token. But he is a gay man who has punched at least 3 people in the face since he became the Secretary of Treasury. So,
well, it was the TSA that was sort of screening people as they came in.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe they're just not used to the equipment. They may not have.
Yeah, it's
operating
possible.
It properly. It may have been beeping, and they're like, "All right, you're clear," when really that meant like you're queer.
Oh, is that what they were? I
just made that up on the spot.
I
did not write that down.
You haven't been sitting on that one for a day.
Really haven't.
But when I get the opportunity, I'm going to do this TSA joke. It's got a little bit of
Straight
kind
off
of a
the
word
dome,
play.
I swear to God.
Well, it wouldn't show. It appears as if you had prepared for days, and I appreciate that.
I've never been more proud of myself.
I don't. There was coming in today. I didn't really know. Look, we have a show. It's mostly a comedy show. Obviously, the UFC event presents a lot of opportunities for comedy. But there's part of me I'm just like, I think I just want to live my life and just act like it never happened.
Yeah.
Like I just want to. First of all, taxpayer money did go into it, and you had to watch it on a streamer. Do not believe anyone who tells you that 0 tax dollars went into this, because 7 federal agencies had to get involved with things like security and whatnot, and the UFC is not going to pay that back. I do not believe.
I should have been on CBS for free.
Of course, it should have been, but that's the timeline that I live in, where. You got to come join me where that's the world that we live in. The world that we live. Are you kidding me? An event at White House with crypto.com all over the place. Thomas Jefferson returned from the dead to say one thing. He said, you know what? I've changed my mind. I think we should just stick with King George. I just think that probably in the long run.
Left to our own devices.
Who knows?
It turns out we are children.
Yes. And not bright children.
No.
Back to the monarchy we go.
Yes. Well, for heaven's sakes, I didn't. You know what? I'm proud of myself, and not only that I didn't watch it, but that I completely forgot that it was happening until like midnight last night. I went, oh yeah, I forgot to remember to not watch that.
I think with all the World Cup games, a lot of people forgot about it. And
Oh,
with it
well,
being...
you're really into the World Cup.
Well,
now,
that's true.
I watched the United States.
Oh, that was
You're coming in,
amazing
you're
on
like,
Friday.
oh man, that Japan versus whatever match was
the Orange
amazing.
Army. Oh yeah, it was great.
See,
Great
you're
game.
watching them all. But then again, you probably always do in the World Cup, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's, once
show a
every
little
4
more.
years.
Also, the war's over, apparently.
Is it officially? How do we know?
Well, they're going to sign on Friday in Geneva.
The Mau Mau.
Yes, basically it's a memorandum of understanding to continue to talk about other things. And, here's the thing. I want this war over. So if we all have to pretend that Iran didn't humiliate us, if that's what it takes to get this war to be over, I'm all in. if a completely empty victory lap is necessary for MAGA in order for this war to end, I will be standing on the side of the road applauding you as you march by. For this war to come to an end is a good thing. And if MAGA needs to believe that they got something out of Iran for this, wonderful. You didn't, and we didn't. But if you need to believe that in order for us to get out of this war, I'm right there with you. I'll tell you every day of the week how much we humiliated the Iranians. But basically what's going to happen here is we're going to end up unfreezing some of their assets. This is their money, but it's same kind of thing that Obama did with the pallets of cash and all that. And the way that we're going to sell the idea that there's no toll on the Straits of Hormuz is that this other money, which is ultimately going to end up being about $30 billion, is going to get to them. Now, I think that they've set it up to where it gets funneled through some of the Gulf states so that Trump doesn't have, so he doesn't have the pallets of cash, kind of situation that Obama did. But that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be filtered and funneled through some Gulf states rather than a direct thing. But that's basically what's going on. Now, it's obviously it says that Iran would like to bring this to an end as well. The wild card here is Israel, because they're not happy at all. And they're condemning this, and which is, completely bizarre that we are fighting a war with an ally and the two allies don't have the same end game. It's just astonishing. It just kind of shows you, how idiotic this was a war of choice. Ultimately, this was a war of choice. Unless you believe Trump that we all would have been nuked by now had he not started it. You're free to believe that. The rest of us are going to live in kind of the real world, or over with me in the real world in a different timeline where the founders look up and go, yeah, it's going all right. That thing that happened last night, it really is one of these. I just look at it and I just have to laugh and just say that, really the way that I see it is that, MAGA, Trump, they're not going to get much more done that they want. But what they are, this is their moment in the sunlight, the spotlight, I should say. And basically at this point, they're just joyriding with the presidency. Last night, and they love it. They is it called edgelording or whatever, when you're just like gaslighting people all the time. They love that last night really just got under the skin of academics and erudites and all of that kind of stuff. And really, it's kind of like your trashy relatives showing up and like, let's say you've done pretty well, like you live in like a gated community, and they show up in a convertible and they're just like honking the horn, driving real fast in your neighborhood, fingers, just fingers. the middle finger. That's to me what that was last night. Last night was just like, we're in charge and F you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the people in core MAGA just kind of do what they're told now. I rejected that during the campaign, but I can see it now, because how long ago was it that Kid Rock was shooting Bud Light, and now Bud Light is a sponsor on the Octagon? Yeah. I mean, was that 50 years ago? How quickly can you people? Oh, well, Kid Rock told us not to like it, but Shane Gillis told us it was okay. So it's okay.
You didn't watch the counter programming with Bette Midler?
Did they do what?
You got to hear these horrible songs they sang.
I'm sure it's worse.
Oh, yeah.
First of all,
it's way worse.
First of all, what was a counter?
On what platform?
RiseUpSingOut.com.
Yeah.
What?
First of all, what is it counter programming to? The programming itself was, it was Flag Day, which is not usually one that we all go crazy over, and it was Trump's birthday.
I go crazy for Flag Day.
Well, I know. I was really glad it was a Sunday, because I like to celebrate privately.
Yes, me too.
I thought it was a company holiday. I thought we got today off.
Should be.
Is that why we?
The name of the great Betsy Ross. It should be.
Hey, what did she do?
Provided the colors, my friend. Stars and Stripes.
There was a hole in it. She sewed it up. There you go.
By the way, that Bud Light backlash.
And she wasn't a man. We're back to manhood in this
Yeah.
country. Everything manhood means beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
And also don't care about this is America 250 to me with the overall. Don't care about anything other than you personally make money. And as much of it as possible. And don't get me wrong, making money is good. Life is better when you don't have to worry about paying your bills. I'm not coming out on that one. I'm just saying, here you go. Bread only. That's your whole life. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Did you screw a few people to get it? Well, that's called clever, man. You're on your game. That when you look at yesterday, part of the some of the bonuses for the fighters are going to be paid in World Liberty financial coins or whatever the hell Trump's
Sell it
calling.
immediately.
Yeah. All of that corporate, all the logos, now George tells me that, and I didn't realize this. I thought UFC was, the fighters. I thought it was more like boxing, which itself has been changing too. But so the guy who yelled after he won his fight that Michelle Obama's a man, apparently he has like a character, and
Sort
his
of,
character is that he what?
He's a troll. He's cringe. Like he came out to the weigh-in and he pretended to be hungover and he had like applesauce in his mouth and he pretended to puke.
Oh, right.
That's clever.
But isn't that
wrestling?
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that WWE like a character? Like I don't know. I don't know. All I know is we're celebrating the entire country. You're used to the history of the country. Do you understand? If you're listening to me from the left or you're listening to me from the right, we're celebrating the entire history of the country. For both sides, that means we're celebrating people that your side didn't like because we're a pluralistic country. And we kind of pendulum swing back and forth over the years. Democrat, Republican. Started out with the Democratic Republicans. You got your Whigs in there somewhere.
I miss the Whigs.
Nobody really understands that.
Bull Moose.
The Bull Moose try.
Were they for Lincoln or against Lincoln?
The Reform Party. Whatever. The Libertarians. We're celebrating the pluralistic nature of the nation. And, so how... and okay, I get it. This guy's got a character, but most people in America don't know his character, And, I just find it, I never voted for Obama or anything like that, but I just don't. This is it, MAGA. This is the country you want. Just vulgarity. We're just. What's that? Is his name Cousin Eddie or Uncle?
It's Uncle Eddie
Uncle
from
Eddie.
National
Cousin.
Lampoon.
That's what you
is
want.
it Cousin?
It's Cousin Eddie. That's what really core MAGA. That's what our country on the world stage is. Cousin Eddie. Just vulgar but funny. Hell of a good time for 30 minutes. Then you want to get the hell away. I can't make anything more out of it than that. That it's just the vulgarization. Just like so. So the first lady of the presidency, just a couple presidencies ago, not to be included in the celebration of the country. This is the decision because MAGA says, well, we're in power during the celebration of the country. So that means, come on, get the hell out of here. We're going to celebrate everybody. We're going to celebrate us and the people that we like. And it's not going to stop there. We are going to trash the people in American history that we don't like. And you'll just have to suck it because we won the election before the 250th. And so in their minds, they expect it would have gone the other way. Maybe it would have. I don't think it would have, but you can't prove a negative. I don't know. But the country has just become coarse and vulgar, and it really is time for the rest of the world to decide, okay, we're taking that baton from America. Who are we handing it to? Because this is not the country that can lead us into. We can't depend on this. We can't depend on a country where the people have decided stability is the last thing in the world they want. They want They want what they get on social media, which somehow they find fun, but they want it everywhere, and they want the White House to be memeable, and all of that. So I just look. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. 100 years from now, 200 years from now, they look back. This will be the most vulgar moment in American history. Maybe not the most important, but just where Americans decided we do not need to even pretend to respect one another anymore. You know, even pretending when you don't is still an effort. But now it's just dropping that. Or am I right that this is just a phase, that this particular political movement realizes they're not going to get a lot more done that they want, that they already, and now it's just a matter of, woohoo!
I mean,
we're just joyriding with the presidency.
All you can do is, hope for the best.
Yeah, it's all
that
right.
is a phase.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It does not seem like the country, that the citizens themselves are educated and able to rise above it. I will say that.
We're not.
I mean, it's a complete letdown. But this is what's going to happen, America. Are you on the left now and you don't like Trump? You keep that neck down and you keep doom scrolling all day, every day, and you're going to become the puppet you deserve to become. You're already there now. But if you're going to just watch things and go, oh, look what happened, and not have that thing in your brain that goes, oh, it's 2026, the first thing that I should do is always cynically believe that I'm not seeing the truth, because that's the way that it is. But if you're just going to go, oh, did you see that? That Democrat was caught wearing a dress at a cocktail party and because they saw something
got him.
Are we smart enough? Are we smart enough for AI? I think we're proving already that we're not. So I don't see much hope there. I don't know. The only hope is that the rest of the world will get just as dumb as we are, and it'll all be a wash.
Maybe the easy solution, Eric, for a situation like this where we completely changed what the White House looks like from the outside, maybe in the future we just put a big LED screen on the White House, so that way whoever's in power can put on the screen what they want.
That's right.
All
Colors,
times.
flags, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. This is our
our easy solution.
We don't have to. That way we don't have to bulldoze parts of it any longer.
Exactly.
Just to make our point.
Did they cover up the pit?
The pit?
Or the rubble? Did they cover that up? How did
apparently you could see it if you had certain angles down, and every time a reporter would look that way, they'd be like, hey, you're not here for that.
Get out.
Because they're continuing to do it, even though judges have told them to stop. And MAGA says, why not, Eric? We won the election. And when you win an election in America, what that means is you're allowed to do whatever you want. We've all known that forever, right? You win the election, the president's allowed to do whatever he wants. Or maybe, I hope I live long enough. Well, I think I will. It's only a few years away. But when that shoe goes on the other foot, my guess is they're not going to dig. We're going to hear a lot of these MAGA people from 2026 screaming and hollering in the 2030s about, hey, what about the checks and balances? You Democrats. I can't wait for the hypocrisy. I don't have to wait. I know it's coming. George, you watched all of the UFC thing because you have Paramount Plus. So
I didn't.
You, as a taxpayer,
watch it on Paramount Plus.
Oh, would you go to a bar?
One of those sites.
Stick it to the man.
Oh, you went to one of the quasi-porn watch live.
Exactly.
Get all kinds of malware on your computer sites to watch it.
Or you have to click the X several times.
Yes.
And it
There's
opens up
fake
pop-ups.
play buttons.
Yes, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Man.
Hey, here's the thing. It takes 90 minutes to get going through all of that, and at least 1/3 of the time you actually get the whole match.
Yeah, it never buffers.
Yeah. So I
saw the whole thing.
You were impressed with the presentation.
Yeah, it went off without a hitch, really, and it looked good. It sounded good. Other than the branding.
Yeah.
And the Michelle Obama moment. It was
Did
somewhat tasteful. Other than people don't like fighting, but
Well, no, it's just the fighters starting out in the White House, and the tasteful part of it is, what are we celebrating here? Are we celebrating the birth of the country, or are we celebrating the current president? And I didn't watch it, but people tell me that someone was telling me that
we had a grand
Trump
entrance.
started at the Resolute desk and then
Yes.
it had to be
Sure
like
did.
5 minutes of USA. And okay, great, man. You need more of that. That's the fuel you need. You got to give it to Trump, though. He doesn't need sleep because he immediately got on a plane to go to
The G7.
where's the G7 this
It's in
year?
France.
Oh, that's right. He was with Macron today.
And I think tweeting at like 2 a.m. from Air Force
Did you
One.
see those fights, Frenchie? Well.
Because was he there through the whole thing? Because the fight didn't end like 1:30 or something.
Isn't there a conspiracy that Macron's wife is a man?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then he's in the clear.
Yeah,
because that guy didn't say anything about him.
That's right. Yeah. Well, if he wasn't fighting in France, perhaps.
Right. Okay. But if he had.
This whole thing.
Le famille son mort.
This is right behind UFOs to me. It was like, I don't know what, this started like 10 years ago or something where suddenly everybody's a man.
Jane Fonda. Or,
Jane Fonda.
I was just reading about Jane Fonda. Who was the comedian that died? Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers?
Started the Obama rumor. Michelle Obama rumor.
Right. And she was.
And then she died 2 days later.
Well, she was.
A comedian.
Thank you. She was a comedian. It's okay for comedians to say things that are comical.
And her job, not only as a comedian, but was to like roast you.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if people, could
well, she was
like
walking
it or not
into
like
her
it.
apartment, and somebody was asking her, and she went, "Everybody knows she's a man. You know that."
Yes.
And then a couple days later, dead.
Really?
Yeah, it was before her surgery.
Oh, my goodness. Are you saying that they got to her
Oh,
somehow?
yeah.
Took her out, huh? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to. Here's the thing is, part of Trump and MAGA joyriding with the presidency is they love the reaction they get. So there's part of me that's just like, you know what? I am so much smarter than you. I'm just not playing your games. Like you can't get me. And I don't say I'm smarter than you. Like I'm saying, the billion people that are smarter than me are smarter than both of us. But the fact is, I'm not going to play this. You want the whole effing world to be social media, and you're going to win. But you're not going to get me. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what that's worth. It's worth something to me. You're not going to get me. You're joyriding with the presidency. Have a blast.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Being family owned and operated since 1975, Breda Pest Management has had one mission: to be the best bug and critter company in your community.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
How many times has saving a few bucks actually cost you a fortune? Your garage door starts squeaking and you think, maybe I'll just lube that up myself. I'm pretty handy. You get out your trusty spray can and you give it a good squirt. Next time you open the door, your little puddle of chemical goodness goes up over the car and drips onto your paint. That eats through the clear coat, and now you're spending $1,000 to get the whole top of the car repainted. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians service your door with dedicated garage door track and wheel lubricant. Greases the wheels, doesn't drip on your paint job. Don't underestimate having your garage door looked at by a professional. Service a couple of thousand garage doors and you learn a thing or two about doing it right. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage. We'll tell the missus you helped out, so you still get credit for being handy.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com. Hey, listen, it's that Rick Jackson again.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed.
Dang.
I know, right?
What do you have, Sugar? I'll take the meatloaf and Rick Jackson for governor. He's something, ain't he? Oh, he's tough.
No tolerance for criminal illegals, no woke ideology.
No more do-nothing career politicians.
The man escaped the projects and built one of Georgia's most successful businesses. Plus, he's big-time pro-Trump.
And he wants to cut our property taxes. Like for real.
Shush, y'all. Here comes the good part.
No more free rides for people who refuse to work. You want to sit on your butt, binge watch Netflix, and scarf down Cheetos? Do it with your own money.
Amen to that.
Conservative Rick Jackson for Georgia.
I just love that Cheetos part.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story after the U.S. and Iran reach an initial peace deal. Vice President J.D. Vance says details will be released this week.
This is a big day for the American people, a big win for everybody who cares about basic peace and stability in the Middle East.
Vance says Iran won't get a dime of money unless it follows through on their obligations. The deal will reopen the Strait of Hormuz. A B-52 Stratofortress has reportedly crashed at Edwards Air Force Base in California. The base says it happened shortly after takeoff. Officials say emergency crews immediately responded to the scene. There haven't been any reports so far about any injuries. Pictures on social media show a large plume of black smoke above the base. After Atlanta's first World Cup match today, the city is deploying a team of nightlife ambassadors to help fans navigate the downtown area. Mayor Andre Dickens says the ambassadors will easily be identified thanks to their bright orange shirts.
This program provides a visible, approachable presence in Atlanta's entertainment and nightlife districts.
The ambassadors will work every night from 5 p.m. until 5 a.m. through the end of the games in July. The first match in Atlanta today is a stunner. Heavy favorite Spain plays to a scoreless draw with Cabo Verde. Great Britain joins the growing list of countries banning major social media platforms for children under the age of 16.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is asking why social media companies can't come up with a way to advance technology and protect kids at the same time.
Don't tell me that it's impossible for those innovators, those people who are brilliant at technology, to devise the ways to protect our children, and I think we should.
Australia, Brazil, and Indonesia, as well as several other countries, have also banned social media for kids under 16.
Sherry Preston reports Greece, France, and Denmark are considering similar bans. Now, WSB Money update, and stocks are soaring on Wall Street after the president announces that agreement to end the conflict with Iran. Crude oil prices are also falling. The Dow's up more than 560 points at this hour. The NASDAQ is up close to 3%. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, still seeing the impact of the end of that World Cup game at Atlanta Stadium, as well as all those just enjoying the festivities around downtown Atlanta. Lots of traffic along Northside Drive, Ivan Allen, Marietta Street. Avoid them all if you do not need to be down there. If you are, maybe think about a ride share to get down to those areas. Lots of heavy pedestrian traffic as well. And downtown itself, 75-85 northbound, I'm seeing brake lights University Avenue up to where a crash just moved off to the right at Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound delays start just south of the 85-400 merge down to North Avenue. And also watching some delays, but they should be improving. Just saw trouble clear out of the left lane in Sandy Springs, 285 westbound, the outer loop just past Roswell Road, exit 25. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies with lower humidity for today with a high of 85. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, the clouds return along with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, highs in the mid 70s. Mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and storms on Wednesday, high 84.
Right now it's 79 in Mableton, 81 in College Park, 82 in Duluth. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Let's be honest, most of us have never had the air ducts in our home cleaned. Or if we have, it was probably just a guy waving a vacuum wand around as far as he could reach.
That's not cleaning. If you really want clean air in your home, call Air Quality Systems. They're one of the few truly certified air duct cleaning companies in Georgia. And you've heard them right here on the Home Fix-It Show.
They will clean the air ducts in your home or business to the same standards used in hospitals. And they're trusted by UGA, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and Piedmont Hospital.
If you've had a remodel, deal with sneezing or allergies, have pets, see mold on your vents, or just way too much dust, call Air Quality Systems.
With Air Quality Systems, you get a quote over the phone, and it's the actual price. No upsells or surprises. Just a certified technician to clean, not a salesman.
They only clean air ducts. No carpet cleaning on the side. And they'll show you before and after photos to know the job was done right.
Breathe easier. Visit airqualitysystems.com today for your free estimate.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I sold my home with Mark Spain Real Estate. Their offers are the strongest in the industry. One of their clients, AD, said, Mark Spain Real Estate's knowledge of the market and strategy made selling my home simple. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorney.
Sweet James, the only firm to call if you're hurt in a crash. 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
So strangely enough, the flip side, the last 24 hours in America have been so stupid that the mirror image had to be just as stupid, or perhaps a bit more stupid than what the mirror was looking at. So now we could say that Bette Midler is the Kid Rock of the left.
Well, you had a star-studded event called Rise Up, Sing Out, a concert for the First Amendment. Jane Fonda, Bette Midler, Patti Smith, and Rufus Wainwright.
Wow.
Rise up, sing out, stand up for your right.
Hey, that's a Clash song. That's actually the stand up for your right. No, it's not. It's not Clash. It's Bob Marley. It's Bob Marley. Clash has some silly song in their last album, their last real album, Combat Rock, where they're like, "You have the right to." You remember that song where they like list out the rights? I feel like it gets like really inane. Like, you have the right to a second box of popcorn while watching your favorite movie.
You have a right to be manicured.
So, yeah, it's just like there's no... how old is Bette Midler? 100?
Yeah.
102. She looks good, actually.
I'm sure she
looks
does.
better than Madonna.
I'm sure she does, but is she speaking for the people?
Yeah,
she's 80. Speaking 80.
Yeah, good for her.
She's been married since the beginning, which is nice. Which is like,
that's nice.
Yeah.
She started
she's not,
out
like, super Hollywood, you know.
And Barry Manilow. We wouldn't have had Barry Manilow without Bette Midler. Let's remember, he was the piano player in her band.
Dr. Joe is so happy about that.
Exactly.
Oh, I love both of them. Yeah.
But this just nonsensical. What was it for? Like, what was it for? Do they really think some people go, hey, it's in between matches. Let me go check out what that Rise Up, Sing Up thing's going. Like, it's just silos. It just makes them feel good. Hey, you know what, Bette Midler, you're coming, this is the last chapter. I hope it lasts another 20 years, but you've had a fine life and whatever. The revolution is not going to be led by people, also that live on, 15 acres in Beverly Hills.
Right. And who have been celebrities since the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really, this is a party. This is like, you know what it really is? It's still the same split from the late 60s amongst that generation. Like it's still, so really it's a response to the older boomers that the Jane Fondas and Bette Midler boomers of the world feel like thrust the Trump presidency upon them. It's more that. It's an argument between people at Woodstock, except they're all 100 now.
Well, so who else was there? It was Rufus. I'm trying to think of someone who was younger that was there. Rufus
Wainwright's the youngest one.
What's he, 50 now?
He's got to be.
Yeah. So again, it's no one was asking for this in the younger generations.
Yeah.
Like, what can I watch instead? It's like, no, we're just not participating.
We're not the younger generation either. It's the Zoomers who are. And what are they interested in? Looking down, crypto.
Right. No, World Cup has been the big thing.
World Cup's doing pretty big. Tim won't accept that because he's an American and he likes he doesn't like ties. Although they do happen in the NFL quite a bit.
And Gen X love soccer, but I'm talking about the young people that are out there. They don't care about any of this.
Well, no. I don't think that they do. either, but that's to their own detriment in the sense that, then because I would love to know that they read deeply and really get and understand things. But the reason that the youngest generation doesn't care about this stuff is they don't want to put in the time necessary to understand even. And I can understand why we make it easier for them to not even get on the journey. Because what does it matter? Because it's going to end up in this kind of garbage anyway. But
and it's hard to find. It's not so easy because it's difficult to trust anything.
No, there's still libraries that have been around forever. You just
but I'm saying anything that's happening now,
it's
difficult to find where the truth actually lies.
No, I get it, but it can be done, but you have to be taught how to be a critical thinker, and you have to be taught certain things, and you have to understand something. The world doesn't end with the internet. The world doesn't end with social media. Their knowledge has been around forever. You can walk 17 effing steps out of your way, and you're not going to get paid a penny. You're just going to enrich your own mind and understand things. That's a choice that you can make as a human being. You can dig deeper. You can decide this isn't homework and I'm not going to get paid $1 for it, but I'm alive, I'm on the planet, I'd like to really know, and then decide to take that, whatever the opposite of TLDR in your life is, to want to know. But man, if you don't have the thirst for knowledge, if all you want to know is that you're right, it's easy to find out you're right, no matter what your position is. You just go online, you find your people.
Your tribe,
and they tell you how right you are all the time. So you're living a life where you feel like everybody's telling you right. I'm here to tell you, if that's the case, left or right, you're not actually living. You're not actually alive. You're a meat puppet for somebody else to take what they know about everything you believe and steer you in a general direction. And if you haven't taught yourself how to dig deeper or to learn deeper or start from the point of view, everyone's trying to sell me something and the government is always trying to propagandize my mind, you don't have to be a radical. You just have to understand, if I am going to learn what this world is really about, I can't just rely on institutions, whether they're from the left, the right, or the official government. It's a little bit of work. You have to actually be curious. If you just want the next orgasm, they're easy. They're easy. Life gets easy. If all you want is the next orgasm, and the next orgasm can be the thing that comes up on the scrolling, or somebody telling you, I got us Taylor Swift tickets, whatever. If that's all you want is the next orgasm, I'm here to tell you your life is going to be easy because you're going to find them all over the place. But have you noticed something about orgasms? They're great, but 5 minutes later, it's as if they never happened. They don't lead to anything. If you want that feeling again, you got to go back to zero and climb back up the hill. You understand that? You're not relaxed. You're relaxed. That's fine.
In a better mood.
You may be in a better mood. My point is, it's not something that you could. All right, I'm not arguing against orgasms. I
sounds like it.
I like them as much as anybody else. What I'm saying is, they don't fall into the category of accomplishments. They're just, anybody can have them as often as they want.
Speaking, coming from a man's point of view.
Well, maybe a little more difficult for
practice makes perfect.
Yes, that's
Not
really. What I've always.
Not always.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes you just can't catch the bus.
That's why this idea about he's got to sow his wild oats before he gets married doesn't work that way. The day after you're married, you're horny again. It's not. You don't just take care of that. Oh, I got that off the.
Horny.
And they're easy. They're easy. If you're going to live your life so that getting a reward every 36, you live in a country where that's going to be easy, and you're going to live that life, but you're not actually alive. If you're not curious to know what's really going on, you might as well have never been born. Yes?
I came up with an acronym for you for the opposite of TLDR, right? Too long, did not read. How about TSMR? Too short, must read.
Thank you. More reading. Too short, more reading.
Okay.
We work
nice
together.
and long. Definitely red.
Yes.
I don't get what's on her mind these days.
know.
Well, that UFC event last night really got her going.
Those sweaty men.
She's all lefty, but she's like, oh, but I'd like him to come in. She doesn't. I think she's kind of confused because ideologically she was against it, but I feel like as a woman she may have enjoyed it.
She's dating a manly man.
I know, but
a lot of these leftists like her, They go with the milk toast that they can push around.
Yeah.
Autumn's not like that.
No.
I think Autumn saw Eric Trump walking around before the fight. She's like, oh, yeah, man, I love that 7 o'clock shadow.
Oh, yeah. That's how you know he's masculine.
Yeah, I'm calling it the crypto beard. I'm so tired of it. It's all Wall Street
Isn't that
does
Don
now.
Jr. or does
They
Eric?
both have them now.
Because Eric's blonde, he looks like a weirdo.
Yeah, but he's got it. He just doesn't have the dark hair.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere now. But I love it. If I see anybody with that Wall Street crypto beard, 8 o'clock shadow, it makes my life easier. I know that there's no reason for me to stop and talk to this person.
Father's Day is coming up, and if you're still shopping, congratulations. You've inherited your father's procrastination. Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine, and I'm on Cameo. Let me send your dad, grandpa, uncle, stepdad even, a personalized Father's Day greeting as myself. Or Donald Trump? Elon Musk? Or Sam Elliott? Just search T. Andrews ATL on Cameo. That's T. Andrews ATL on Cameo. Father's Day is June 21st. Your excuse window is closing.
It's Eric. I had a house that was built in the 40s, and all the settling over time, the foundation, it started cracking. We could see the cracks of the walls. The doors started sticking. We knew there was a problem. Took us a long time to find someone to help us. Well, you don't need to take a long time. Go to Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're the only foundation repair company in the entire state of Georgia with a team of licensed engineers on staff giving you the highest quality work for your home from the start.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Could I interest you in the steak or lobster?
What would my Massey technician do?
That's a lot to chew on. But I do know that Massey's Pest Prevention is the right choice for preventing pests from getting inside your home. Plus, our service is guaranteed or your money back.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Join me in voting for Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate this Tuesday, June 16th. I endorse Derek Dooley because he's a conservative outsider who will fight to ban insider stock trading, past term limits, and will never take a check during a government shutdown. Derek's never been a politician in the D.C. swamp. He's the candidate we need to beat John Ossoff. Election day is Tuesday. Vote Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
There isn't a room in your house that doesn't need to be organized. Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Look around. The master closet, you still have wire racks. The pantry, there's graham crackers in the middle shelf from 2012. Your mud room, why can you only find 3 dirty shoes in there? 3! Your garage? Please. That can all be fixed, though. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master designer at artisancustomclosets.com. Get organized and reward yourself with affordable luxury.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
The old days, that's what I'm speaking of.
We're much better.
not always. Not
Yeah, they were.
Not every.
Own up to it.
Every time I think that all the old days were better, then I have to be reminded of the cystic acne. You forget that part as you grow older.
Yeah.
You forget about that whole thing.
Also, not having money, like when you're younger.
That's another one.
I had more money then.
Yeah, I don't know. He's what I call a financial Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
I'm backward. He was born rich. He's just going to go all
Slowly whittled it away.
By the way, also, let me just say right now, I'm tired of freeloading Freddie from Germany.
Oh, come on. Freddie's awesome.
At this point, Freddie is a guy from Germany. He's here for the World Cup, and he's gone viral because he goes into places like Buc-ee's and Waffle House for the first time.
Yeah,
and he's amazed. And what he's realized is if you compliment these people, I guarantee you at this point, Freddie ain't paying for nothing. When he went into Louisiana or something, they had a big sign.
Well, somebody made a sign.
Yeah,
J.J. Watt bought him a nice suite somewhere.
Yeah, 4 Seasons. Now, by the way, you're ruining, if he was genuine in what he was learning, you're picking him up right out of the Buc-ee's and putting him in 4 Seasons. The whole beauty of his viral trip was that he was finding what the average American does.
All the rifles at Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, he seemed really blown away by that.
Oh my, you can buy the guns?
He loved being able to go to Waffle House at 1 o'clock in the morning. He started in Atlanta, and then he was like, what really got him viral was him filming Mercedes-Benz Stadium or Atlanta Stadium for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is amazing. And then people started really picking up and following his journey. He ended up leaving Atlanta and went up to Helen, Georgia. And he's like, oh, it's a little taste of home. This is awesome.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's Germans, and they got together. They went underground. They had a few plans together. Then he emerged. I don't know what went on down there. But,
tubing in Helen.
He did. He went tubing. He went tubing while he was in Helen, and then he came down and
Any free chocolate? Did they give him a big bag of free chocolate?
I don't know if he got anything free at that point.
Freeloading Freddie.
We mind for gold.
He loved going to
That's not Helen. That's
No, you can do that. Oh no, the gems, whatever.
He loved going to Jordan Hare Stadium in Auburn.
Has he discovered Coming Georgia yet? I can't imagine the delight.
It was a lovely spa.
I've enjoyed watching his journey.
Of course you
been
have.
fun. And other Europeans, by the way, that have come over here.
They're surprised if they've never been here before.
Especially those that are coming to the South. Like, they're really, blown away by...
Well, probably a lot of them, the one trip they make is, to Los Angeles or to New York City.
Right.
Chicago, maybe. I mean, Atlanta being probably the most visited big city in the South. But because of this, many will be visiting the South for the first time.
And people are blown away by Chick-fil-A, for example. You're seeing people trying Raising Cane's and Waffle House.
Wow,
and they're loving it. They're loving it.
It's funny. In the 70s, one of the worst things that could happen is a family that you knew went on a world vacation of some kind because they would take pictures and they would have a slideshow. And you would be invited over, and you'd have to sit there for 45, 50 minutes as they explain every photo and everything they're in front of. And not once, I got to say, not once were fast food restaurants a part of that presentation. Nobody. I just have to say, hey, Europe, up your standards as to what you're impressed by.
Here's when we went to Belfast, and look, you can see all the native Irish chasing immigrants from their houses and burning them.
You're gone viral.
We were surprised. We never want to go back.
I can tell you from just coming back from being over there, I mean, I think the thing that they're probably stunned by the most is the cost of things. We think things are expensive here, but over in Europe and in Britain especially, it's way more expensive than here. And I think that's what they're blown away by, and I think that's why the fast food places are being showcased.
Well, that's fantastic that they get here, and when the fast food thing for one person is now $25. They're considering it cheap. We're looking at it and go, whatever happened to fast food? They were supposed to be able to eat lunch for less than $10.
Seriously.
I told you before, the whole world's broke. So, well, hopefully now as we get the Strait of Hormuz opened up within 4 weeks.
Got to do sweep for the mines.
To 5 months.
All the mines. We got to find the mines.
Wouldn't Iran know where the mines are?
They're not going to tell us. We got to do it ourselves.
I kept hearing, too, that Trump, you've already digitally signed this contract.
No,
too.
e-signed.
You e-signed. Yo, so use the e-pen.
It's an e-treaty.
They're sending J.D. Vance over to sign, I think. There's some thought that the president might stick around. He's already going to be close by for this G7 in France. And he might show up, but that's not a smart move. Now, he might do it just because he wants to be the guy, right? But the average American is just going to be glad this is behind us. They don't care about the details, and I agree. But once everybody that actually works in this field finds out that basically we're just paying them to open the Strait of Hormuz, it's not going to necessarily look good. Now, we're months away from the election. So, look, it could have been worse. And what could have been worse is we stuck around like Iraq or Afghanistan, and apparently we're not doing that. Now, we do have to make it to Friday. And who knows how many moments of crises we're gonna with this thing we're gonna hit.
No guarantee.
You know, the online Twitter spat between Iran and our president back and forth, but it looks like this is going to happen. And I'm against this war so much that I can accept that we're paying Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz, and that's fine with me because we never should have started this war to begin with.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
You always remember a home service company that's friendly and thorough. That's 100% the experience I had when CertaPro painters came to my home to look at our white ceilings that just needed a facelift. Ashley Frasca here to tell you that their process is hassle-free and they get the job done right with pride in their work. Things are looking up at the Frasca House thanks to CertaPro painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. For your home to be truly healthy, it needs to be bug and critter free. Who knows what germs they bring in? Ugh. A healthy home is a Breda home.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsiders, especially somebody that could self-fund.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, President Trump is in France for a G7 meeting with world leaders after announcing a deal to end the conflict with Iran.
Hopefully it's going to be a good relationship and we're going to get along. And if we don't, we go back to where we started, but I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Karen Travers reports Vice President Vance says the deal has been signed digitally.
According to a senior administration official, this initial agreement leads to the dismantling of the Iranian nuclear program, leads to the United States destroying and removing enriched uranium from Iran, calls for inspections to ensure a long-term commitment and that it's long-term enforceable, and Iran gets rewarded economically only if they meet the obligations under the deal. Iran has been demanding the release of its frozen assets and the lifting of sanctions.
A potential end to the Middle East conflict is good news for drivers. Money reporter Elizabeth Schulze says gas prices are falling as the road trip season kicks into high gear.
The national average for a gallon of regular gas now $3.99, according to Gas Buddy. This is the first time it's been below $4 since April. And in about half of all states, mostly in the South and Midwest, gas is already below that $4 marker.
And that includes here in Georgia. According to AAA, gas prices in our state average $3.75 a gallon. It is 83 degrees in Atlanta. Widespread rain returns tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. No reports of injuries so far after a B-52 bomber crashes at Edwards Air Force Base in California. It happened shortly after takeoff. Pictures on social media show a large plume of black smoke above the base. Atlanta's first World Cup match between Spain and Cabo Verde is a shocker. The match ends in a scoreless draw. Spain is considered one of the heavy favorites to win the World Cup. For fans wanting to explore Atlanta's nightlife, the city has a new team dedicated to helping them.
With their bright orange shirts, Mayor Andre Dickens believes the city's team of nightlife ambassadors will be a vital and visible resource for soccer fans visiting Atlanta for the first time.
This is one of our greatest additions to our city because we have an outstanding nightlife, and we want everybody to know how to make sure that they're safe, but also to have a great experience there.
The ambassadors will be able to direct people through the downtown area and can even connect them with city services. The team starts their work tonight and will be on duty every day through the end of the World Cup. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Henry County police are investigating after a kayaker finds a body near the South River. It was found near the area of Highway 81 East and River Road. Police say the body was lifeless in the river near the concrete dam when they arrived. Investigators are working to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. New information on a deadly crash that shut down all lanes of I-75 South near Central Avenue in southeast Atlanta during the morning commute. The Georgia State Patrol says a black Honda Civic was either stopped or traveling very slow when a black Toyota Tundra struck it from behind, causing both vehicles to leave the road. The driver of the Honda died. The other driver has minor injuries. A new day center in DeKalb County is a one-of-a-kind offering in Metro Atlanta dedicated to addressing homelessness.
Now open at New Life Church in Decatur, caseworkers will be on hand 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday to offer a range of services. But beyond getting basic hygiene, clothing, food, and showers, homeless guests will receive help with housing, mental health and addiction, and workforce training.
For every single person that comes through the doors of this day center, there is a strategic plan for them to move from crisis to complete transformation.
Pastor Marlon Harris says this is a strategic public-private partnership they hope will be a model for similar facilities elsewhere. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Tech President Angel Cabrera is leaving the school to take over as president and CEO of the Aspen Institute. Cabrera has been at Tech since 2019, leading the university through a period of record growth. During his tenure, enrollment has increased by 55%, and Georgia Tech has surpassed $1.4 billion in research awards. Cabrera will step down from Georgia Tech this fall. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, going to check that ride to the northern suburbs right now. We just had a crash clear off to the right from one of the left lanes heading out of northwest Atlanta into Cobb, 75 northbound just before Cumberland Boulevard. Once you get past that, a few scattered brake lights between Marietta and Kennesaw. 400 northbound, little slow in Sandy Springs passing Abernathy, and 85 north starting to fill in, leaving 285 up into Norcross. What are things looking like through downtown Atlanta, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Well, tension is starting to ease on the downtown connector, but you're still going to be a little bumper-to-bumper I-75-85 northbound, leaving University Avenue. Those delays going to take you well towards 10th Street, exit 250 in Midtown. Southbound delays also filling in at that I-75-85 merge and stretching towards Freedom Parkway, but it's still a better alternate than Northside Drive or any of those surface streets with all of the parades going on, especially near Centennial. So just stick with that downtown connector. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, next report in less than 10 minutes. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy and pleasant today, high 85. Just a slim chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm for the south side of the metro. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, clouds return with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, high around 77. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and storms, highs in the mid 80s.
Right now it's 79 in Roswell, 78 in Lithia Springs, and 83 in Covington. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio. 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Jared Yamamoto, who was in Europe for a week, says that people treated him well as an American. They were curious. They asked him some questions about just exactly what the hell is going on in this country, but he said they still greeted him warmly as an American.
I was
nice
shocked.
to know.
I was shocked, especially since the last time I was there, the Strait of Hormuz was not closed at that point.
Right.
And I figured that a lot of Europeans and Brits would be really upset with America or just Americans in general, but they were super nice to Tina and I, like over the top nice to us, especially in Belgium.
That's
like,
how I felt
really,
in Spain
really nice.
a couple of years ago. Everybody was like, "Oh, the American." It was cool to be that person.
It
Like
was
that-
cool.
that-
People understand too, like it's not all of every single citizen.
Well, even everybody, we were talking about this earlier, and even when we're totally propagandized about, people who live somewhere else and the government's trying to make us feel, these people, they're just, we got to kill them all or whatever. There's still, even inside of that, it's not necessarily the people, it's the government kind of thing. So I think that's sort of the way that people feel all the way around. But they were comforted when you told them not everybody is on board with what's going on.
Yeah, I think I just kind of gave a basic breakdown. I explained that when you have a two-party system, oftentimes you're kind of stuck with two bad choices. It doesn't mean that
you're all on board.
Yeah, that 50% of the country is suddenly on board with one person or
you
one.
You should have a
or
democracy like we do with 78 parties that never form a coalition government, and there's always roadblocks.
And then we become a vassal for the United States of America for the last 40 years and just do whatever we're told, and we just exist as a welfare state, basically.
Have you thought of that?
You know what? No, I haven't thought about that. But they were incredibly nice to us, especially the Brits. I mean, they were just over the top nice. We made a bunch of new friends while we were over there. And
there's some people who, if apparently England could play in Atlanta if they get to the third round or second or third?
I believe it's the third round. If they
Is there a belief that that's doable?
Yeah, England's good. They have they're known for being lovable losers, honestly, because the expectations are always so high for their soccer team, and they end up just kind of collapsing, like an Atlanta Falcons moment.
Yeah,
and
you're talking to a Bills fan, so I
understand
so exactly
listen,
what
we're
you're
speaking
about.
the same language. So I think there is
suddenly
a high
feel
line.
a bonding with the Europeans.
Yeah,
with England and not anyway.
Especially so, if that ends up happening, then I think they're going to come to Atlanta.
Not European, by the way. I just want people to know that I know that. I don't want to.
They're going to come after
you. Really
you.
don't need to hear your open mics and your nonsense.
Wait, the Brits are Europeans.
Yeah, I know. But for the most part, they're not.
They're on that continent.
They're not.
They got their own island.
They're part of UK. That's a different thing.
It's their own island. They got their thing.
They got their own thing. I don't.
When you fly
to
to
me,
France,
Europe is Europe. They call it the continent.
Yes.
Europe is Europe.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm glad you clarified that.
Thank you very much.
We probably would have had hundreds of open mics that would have been very upset
listen
about
to this
that.
guy ramble on. He doesn't even know that blah, 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 blah. By the way, keep them coming. We love listening to that attitude.
I'm going to check the latest one if you want to hear it.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Technically,
I guess Mr. Hessler doesn't seem to understand what being American. You know, just keep them coming because, like, I can't. You know what I do is I splice them together with a big edit, and I use them to fall asleep by. They're so comforting.
Oh God. It's a setting on your little thing, your device in your room, right?
Yeah,
you have
absolutely.
Angry open micers or rainforest
No,
trees.
you've got Starmer derangement syndrome. That's what you've got.
Now I'm getting the
STS.
Starmer derangement syndrome. Well, that's good. It's good to know that the people are the people everywhere in the world. That's what the governments don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Most people are basically the same. They wake up every day, kind of wondering, why does life have to be this difficult? And then they go out and they do their thing and they try to feed their family and they want to have a few weeks a year where they put their feet up and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
And, that's why I suggest that other people do that. I started doing this years ago with YouTube because and I don't know, I get a lot out of it, but I'm a strange person. But just watching these public cameras that are all over the world, and they're in, so there's one in Moscow, and there's one in Bangladesh, and over here, whatever. And you're just like, a lot of times they're at like train stations or big transit areas or something like that, and you just watch them for a while, and you just realize that people are the same all over the world. They're all doing the same thing. They're just getting up, trying to make it through, trying to figure out how to maybe make a few more bucks at the end of the day.
Try to be friendly to each other.
Then if necessary, be friendly.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's not that much difference. And in order throughout time, in order for governments to get people willing to go murder, for some precious metal that's under the ground or something, and they make it up, that it's some kind of cultural difference and we can't live on the same planet with these people and all that. You need governments to get people to not recognize that people are pretty much the same all over the world. It doesn't mean now.
It's isolationism.
What do you mean?
And
no, you got to know. You can't.
You had that great
if
joke
you
in the
only
first
know
hour.
one, I know,
sorry.
really. Yeah, she's right. Yeah,
she peaked.
Here we
I'm tapped
are.
out.
Here we
She
are.
peaked.
Let me go see if that UFC there's some clips.
Let's just.
Yeah, that'll warm you up.
Yeah.
I would say in the future, if you only have one of 3 points, like if you have two, maybe the rest can figure it out. But
Honestly, I kind of felt like we were just having a chat, and I didn't remember that I should probably have like the rest of them prepared.
It's just propaganda is all that it is. The governments have reasons. They always want to grow. They want this other area. They want, when you listen to the neocons, they're just going to go on and on. The question to ask a neocon, if you call one of their hosts that have a radio show or whatever, it's just very simple. How many more people do we have to kill to feel safe? Do we have to kill everybody who doesn't like how many more people? We've been killing a lot of people in the Middle East, especially since the early 2000s, and before then, but as a response to 9/11, certainly. Which I understand. But at this point, the question to any neocon is, hey, do you have any idea of just exactly how many more human souls have to be separated from their mortal coils in order for us to feel safe?
Never enough.
It would be nice to know. It'd be nice to know what they 1 million, 2 million, 5. What's on your card? I'm not asking you to a man, woman, or child. It's usually women and children. To give me an exact number.
Can we use radioactive dust that we can leave in the ground so it kills multiple generations after the war?
It's a possibility.
All right, I'm in.
That's all I'm saying. Call up your favorite host who's a neocon and just ask that question. How many more people have to be killed in order for us to feel safe?
Whatever it takes, Eric.
Well, that's
takes.
not an answer. That's not an answer.
It's an answer.
Because if you go by the neocons, there is a group where you would get to the end and go, okay, we've killed all the people that need to be taken off the planet in order for our system to work.
But then there's like subsets within that new set.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Look, I'm talking about on the big stage. They're going to be killing human beings. Have you noticed? Look at world history.
We love it.
Humans love killing other humans. I mean,
we love finding reasons for it.
Oh, yeah. You can't get around it. You can't. I mean, and we live in times where it's not like it's some of the best of times of this. Look at the history of Russia.
Oh, yeah, some of the easiest
Look
times.
at the history of Russia. I mean, it is just nothing but citizens going to war being murdered for thousands of years.
That's because it's so cold there.
Yeah.
I'd get angry if I were cold like
not
that,
in the
too.
whole country, just
Majority of
really
it.
big.
It's a large. Again with her, boy, she is on something going on. That UFC fight, really, something happened. I don't know what.
I wonder if they get like sweaty underneath all those warm
Oh,
clothes.
I'll bet they do, especially on that night, huh?
Duh.
How were no trouble with the bugs, George? George watched it.
No,
Nope.
there was a breeze that kept them away.
Okay.
From what I understand.
Oh, yeah, they turned on that big weather machine that the Republicans usually
smart.
hate.
Dana White did say the storm was coming, and then it split right over the
Look,
White House. And
Get that harp thing working.
Yeah. Well, you know why it broke over the White House? Because as MAGA can tell you, God has anointed this man. What are you laughing about? I don't understand why you're laughing. It's
no joke.
Is it funny that God put his finger on a person who never once went to church?
I
to
walked
speak
by
for him?
one.
The most unlikely apostle. Let's say good afternoon to Alex Williams. Alex is checking the ride around 285.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, and to the Doctrinaires as well. Yeah, not a terrible ride around Atlanta's bypass, but we are seeing some volume north side perimeter of leaving 285 west from getting past Roswell Road, then not awful over to I-75. You will find some brake lights as you make that transition to the southbound ride passing Truist Park. The closer you get to I-20, the heavier those delays are going to get. And some northbound volume, 285 north the inner loop leaving South Cobb Drive up into Vinings. What's 285 looking like in DeKalb County, Chinwave and Pontiac Cook?
Well, most of the volume is concentrated on that inner loop, I-285 east to southbound, leaving Doraville. You're going to be tapping the brakes past I-85 all the way through Clarkston, and they don't really ease until you hit I-20. This report is sponsored by CumminsRecall.com. Attention Ram owners, complete recall 67A. Get $500 and a chance to win a Miami getaway for two for the final race of the season. Plus, meet Brendan Butterbean Queen. Learn more and schedule at CumminsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down.
We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, really? Rufus loves new tricks. It's Ashley Frasca for Finley Roofing, the Roof Guys. Known for decades of impeccable roofing, now offering windows and doors that live up to the Finley name. Provia Windows and Doors. Maximum energy efficiency, long-term performance, and high-quality installation. Plus, upfront pricing and 0% financing. For roofing, windows, and doors, think of Finley first. FinleyRoofing.com.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
You always remember a home service company that's friendly and thorough. That's 100% the experience I had when CertaPro painters came to my home to look at our white ceilings that just needed a facelift. Ashley Frasca here to tell you that their process is hassle-free and they get the job done right with pride in their work. Things are looking up at the Frasca House thanks to CertaPro painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
This weather won't last forever. Soon summer will be here and you'll go from always shivering to always sweating. And if your AC barely made it through last summer, Castile Cooling's here to fix any HVAC issue now. And for a limited time, get a precision tune-up for just $79. But if you're in need of a new system, save big with up to $2,000 in free comfort upgrades plus 0% interest financing. So start now and avoid getting stuck with season passes to Sweatland. Book CastileAir.com today.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Join me in voting for Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate this Tuesday, June 16th. I endorse Derek Dooley because he's a conservative outsider who will fight to ban insider stock trading, past term limits, and will never take a check during a government shutdown. Derek's never been a politician in the D.C. swamp. He's the candidate we need to beat John Ossoff. Election day is Tuesday. Vote Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
I never thought my closet would be a room I'd find myself sitting in, but I'm basking in the glow of newly installed rods, shelves, and drawers that make up my artisan custom closet. Schedule your free design consultation with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com.
I approve.
Hey, Derek Dooley, I didn't get that. Did you approve of that?
I approve of that message. Big election tomorrow.
Don't vote for that John Fraud Kennedy.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a different guy.
You're running against Mike Collins.
You're
there,
getting.
buddy.
I get them all confused. Who's running for this? What Kemp just came out in favor of Burt Jones for governor, which is like one day before the runoff.
Yeah, tomorrow's the runoff.
I don't know if these endorsements do any good, but wouldn't you want to give it like a week? Kind of like wouldn't you want?
Nope, I was waiting just to the very last.
I feel like wouldn't you want to do it before early voting? Like I don't get this
To
last
get the people
second.
sitting on the fence.
Yeah, but the people who are early voting, you could have maybe they I don't know who Kemp wants. Maybe
Well,
they like
Mama
Kemp.
don't let me sit on the fence no more since it broke did last time.
Which you have an alignment on that one now. You now have Trump and Kemp both agree with Burt Jones over Rick Jackson. And then on the Senate side...
Wait a minute. Rick Jackson's going around acting like Kemp endorsed him.
Right, which is not the
Which
case.
did not help. I think that's probably why this happened.
Yeah,
Like,
probably
he
Kemp's like, I got to
got a little annoyed. But, I mean...
Hitting those Chinese vapes too much.
That's right. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Gong.
Gong. They're mysterious. What are they doing in those vapes? Oh, what are they coming after our children? Hey, let's not stop for 1 second and think, the reason China's going to beat us in the future is because they're educating their children and teaching them how to read and write and do mathematics, and we're not. Maybe that has more to do with the problem in the future with China than vapes. Dun, 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 dun.
And Trump endorsed Collins.
Yeah, so on the Senate side, now you have a split
Congratulations
there.
to John.
So you've got Mike Collins endorsed
Yeah.
by Trump, and then Kemp endorsed Dooley.
Who did the sex judge? Who did she endorse? District Judge Eleanor Ross.
Some cop.
Yeah.
There's
I think
one-
he has what it takes.
Dog catcher.
This is a federal judge. This is the 11th Judicial Circuit, so they're in charge of Georgia, Alabama, and Florida.
That's for life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for life. You can only get her out of there by impeaching her, and I guess they're talking about that. I don't know what the politics of that is. I don't know what it would take to do that. All I do know is, so she was having sex in her chambers, but it was more than that.
Loud sex.
Loud. Like you could hear it outside the chambers, and
Yeah,
it was
people recorded her.
It was this one cop would show up with like lunch or whatever, and they
More
would
like a
retreat to the
snack.
chambers.
Like an extra
Yeah.
large sausage pizza.
Sustained.
And it's so she was getting sloppy in other ways, though. Apparently, she was showing up hungover. They had like some young kids they're showing them around and, introducing them to the judicial system. And part of that, it was her day to be the judge that spoke to them. And she was like, send him away. I'm hungover. I can't do it.
Oh, no.
Which is why I'm not. By the way, you got to know who you are, right? This is why I am not a judge and why I'm not a politician ultimately. Because what I know about myself is I can't show up publicly day after day after day and just be exactly what everybody who expects to see a judge for the first time ever sees. I do radio, and quite frankly, I've been doing it long enough that I can have a pretty good show on a mild hangover, but I figured it out. And, I couldn't do that every day of the week, obviously. But when you're a judge or a surgeon, you just can't have those days. You can't show up hungover. Who wants to see the hungover surgeon? There's a reason Eric von Hessler never thought about being a surgeon. I'm not up to the responsibilities. Therefore, it's okay if surgeons make more money than me. I'm not willing to change my lifestyle enough to be a surgeon. And that's what I would say to Eleanor Ross. You're not willing to change your lifestyle enough to actually be a judge. So why not just go ahead and resign? It would make it easier for everyone.
Well, is being a judge, does it mean you have to be good with people? Maybe you're just good at making decisions.
Well, okay, but you're not. To be a judge, you're supposed to not have sex with cops in the chamber.
Absolutely.
That's the reason to resign. Now, Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 North in Suwanee.
Yeah, Traffic Trooper Rich told us about it. We see it on the jam cam. 2 left lanes knocked out here, Eric. 85 northbound, Highway 317, exit 111. You're already stacked up back to Sugarloaf Parkway. You can always consider Satellite Boulevard, Beaufort Highway as some alternates there. Now, before that, the volume continues to fill in. 85 north out of DeKalb in Gwinnett County with brake lights starting just north of Chambly Tucker. They'll stick with you as you get past Indian Trail Road. Checking the ride to the southern suburbs with the help of Chinway Maponia Cook.
Well, the other side of I-85 is looking pretty good. If you're trying to get in or out of Fairburn on I-85 north or southbound, you got a smooth ride towards that airport. The same can be said on I-75. Just a tap of the brakes, though, as you're passing Highway 138 in Stockbridge. Delays ease once you get to Jodico Road, exit 222. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here for my deck experts at Ben Hill Renovations. Still dragging your heels on that new deck? I get it. You want to make sure you find the right builder. You want Ben Hill Renovations. From their superior craftsmanship to their workmanship warranty, they are your one-stop shop when it comes to upgrading your outdoor living space. Visit their showroom or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Men, if ED or PE is affecting your performance in the bedroom, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's performance in the bedroom in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis have failed, men are now lasting longer than ever. Right now, your consultation and first treatment are free. Call Priority Men's Medical Center now at 404-885-8885 or PriorityMen'sMedical.com.
Breaking news. Here's Governor Brian Kemp and First Lady Marty Kemp endorsing Burt Jones for governor.
Over the last 8 years, we've accomplished a lot, and we've had a strong ally in Burt Jones. Burt knows how to get things done because that's what he's done in the state Senate and as lieutenant governor. Cutting taxes, taking criminals off the streets, raising teacher pay, creating jobs. Burt has been there every step of the way.
Let's get the vote out for Burt on Tuesday. And here's President Trump, also endorsing Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia.
Georgia, now it's time for all Republicans to unite and vote Burt Jones for governor on Tuesday.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
A healthy home is a Breda home. They keep yours bug and critter free inside and out. Breda's also proud to sponsor Scott's Leach, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At
4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, a World Cup stunner in Atlanta. Heavy favorite Spain plays to a scoreless draw with Cabo Verde today. It is the biggest upset so far in this World Cup. And with the World Cup now in Atlanta, the city is deploying a team of nightlife ambassadors. And it starts tonight to help fans navigate the downtown area. Those ambassadors will be easily identified thanks to their bright orange shirts. Philana Williams, director of nightlife for the mayor's office, says the ambassadors will be working hard.
It will be from 5 p.m. to about 4 or 5 a.m. every night.
And they'll be working through the end of the games in July. It is 83 degrees in Atlanta. Do we see better rain chances tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The Atlanta Preservation Center is pushing back on plans to move the Olympic Cauldron from its original location in Summerhill to Centennial Olympic Park. The center's David Mitchell says the Cauldron belongs right where it is.
You think of all the various things that have occurred. The Olympics were a big stamp on that neighborhood's identity.
Georgia State University, which owns the property, announced last week, and they say that the move is about celebrating the city's Olympic heritage and investing in the community's future. While in France for the G7 summit, President Trump is asked today about the new peace agreement with Iran.
The main thing is that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. They fully agreed to that with strong policing power.
The memorandum of understanding calls for the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and extending the ceasefire for 2 months for more nuclear talks. The deal will be formally signed Friday in Geneva. Retired Marine Corps Colonel Steve Ganyard says the devil will be in the details.
The good news is that we're getting ships out and will be getting ships out once we get some of those mines cleared and hopefully get the global economy back to where it was in January.
He says don't expect this to bring peace to the Middle East, though, because the Israelis are probably going to continue fighting the Iranians for many years to come. WSB Money Update, a big day for investors following news of a U.S.-Iran peace deal. The Dow hits a new record high today. The Nasdaq surges more than 3%, and the S&P jumps more than 1.6% for the day. With that peace agreement likely now, reporter Christian Cordero says gas prices are down significantly.
For the first time since April, the average price of regular gas in the U.S. is below $4 per gallon at $3.99, according to Gas Buddy. That means filling up a mid-sized 18-gallon SUV costs about $72 today. That's down from $81 1 month ago, but still well above the $53 it cost before the war began at the end of February.
The average price in Metro Atlanta today is $3.77 a gallon. DeKalb County launches a new initiative looking to provide comprehensive services to homeless people. A new day center at the New Life Church in Decatur takes a three-step approach, according to Pastor Marlon Harris.
Number one, rigorous case management. Secondly, is going to be behavioral health counseling. Then the third area helps people not just get a job, but become employable.
They'll also offer meals, showers, and hygiene kits. The goal is self-sufficiency, which benefits the individual as well as the community as a whole. The UK is banning social media for children under the age of 16. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says that includes apps like Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube.
It won't be easy. I mean, some technology companies want us to think that social media is unchangeable, part of an almost natural order. but we have to resist that kind of learned helplessness.
The ban starts early next year. A dangerous TikTok trend that started a few years back, and now Jim Ryan reports it's landing kids in the emergency room or worse.
The viral dare posted to social media encourages young people to take up to 25 Benadryl tablets at once to achieve a euphoric high, even hallucinations. Richard Preston's daughter tried it last week.
She was perfectly fine Sunday. Within 24 hours, she's laying lifeless.
Hundreds of kids have been hospitalized after overdosing on the over-the-counter allergy medication. At least 5 have died since the TikTok challenge was first issued in 2020.
It's now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Travel advisory on 85 north between Duluth and Swaneyville. Crash still in 2 left lanes, and now the fire truck and ambulances are showing up here at Lawrenceville-Swanee Road, exit 111. It's a bumper-to-bumper ride back toward Duluth Highway. Satellite Boulevard, Buford Highway are your alternates just to the west of I-85. That will save you some time. Now, before that 85 northbound, nothing to concern you. You're just going to be bunched up getting past all that merging madness at 285 as you make the drive up into Norcross. What are things looking like through downtown Atlanta, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Well, that section of I-85 south is sluggish, just beginning at Georgia 400, and when you merge up with I-75, you got a nice slow ride on that downtown connector. I-75, 85 southbound, slow towards Freedom Parkway, exit 248. And if you're heading northbound, that's going to be a 20-minute trip time out of Lakewood, leaving Langford Parkway, with delays easing around 10th Street, exit 250. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening, staying dry as temperatures settle to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies with rain showers through the afternoon hours, high 77. Partly to mostly cloudy on Wednesday with pop-up storms in the afternoon, highs in the mid-80s.
85 in Decatur, 80 in Smyrna, 83 in Stockbridge. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
The Steel Horse law name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies. We make them pay.
Buying your next car is easy with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Express yourself. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. These days, we're all short on time, so convenience really matters. And when it comes to buying a vehicle, you should be able to shop for a car the way that works best for you and your schedule. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we've made it easier than ever for you to shop, buy, and trade your way. We call it the Jim Ellis Expressway at jimellis.com. Express yourself. Buy the car you want, the way you want, with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Browse thousands of vehicles from our entire 22 dealership network, calculate your payment, get a value for your trade-in, and secure financing, all from the comfort of your home. You can even schedule an at-home test drive or home delivery. We believe the way you buy your vehicle should be just as personal as the vehicle itself. Start shopping now at jimellis.com. Express yourself. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
All right, let's talk about this guy. According to Georgia Department of Natural Resources, I don't have a name on this guy yet. They've not released his name.
Probably for the best.
Well, I mean, he's going to be somebody that is known as a dummy by his friends, right?
Devin Dumbass.
That's right. Oh, that's Devin. So this guy was arrested.
This is something that you would expect
This
from
is
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier. So they show up. They're patrolling. I guess this is. Do you know where this is? Baldridge Marina.
I do.
All
I know
right.
exactly where it is.
So
I know exactly where it is.
Oh, wow. I guess he's better than us.
Well, I go by it a lot.
They found. They spotted a a boat. Okay, now the story is just decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to
It's a jet ski. It says personal watercraft.
I'm just going to switch to a different story, even if you want. Oh, it was a jet ski?
Yeah, personal watercraft is a jet ski.
Okay. So it's basically just doing donuts without anybody on it in the lake. And then they see a guy swimming away, so they figure something, whatever. Okay, well, let's try to get these two together again. And then the guy was drunk swimming away from it. And then when they tried to rescue him, he bit one of the
I get back here.
one of the officers.
Get off me! I'm gonna bite you again.
Now, do you think there's a possibility that in the middle of his jet ski ride, he realized, oh, the UFC 250 is starting?
Yeah,
I got to get out of here.
Man, I got to get back here. Man,
This machine
I got to leave
can't
the
get
thing
me
here
fast.
spinning around because it don't go to the shore, and I got to get there to watch that fight. There's lots
Yeah,
of
you can
fights
swim
tonight.
way faster than that.
Hell
thing
yeah,
with the engine can take.
hey, quiet or I'll bite you.
Hey, don't bite me.
I'll bite whatever.
Ow! Don't bite me.
Now look, I gotta
What kind
go.
of adult bites anybody?
This one right here.
On Lake Lanier.
You're looking at him.
Oh, he's only got 7 teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd gum his wrist.
Do you think that would like make the crime a little lesser since it was like?
Yeah, he didn't have the ability to actually harm.
Yeah, how much could it really hurt if he was gumming
It's
your
like
arm?
robbing a convenience store with an empty gun.
That's right. That's right. So you should just.
You get a lesser charge for that.
I gotta tell you this, man. I am lucky because I was born into a family of alcoholics, and I have a queasy stomach. So my stomach, I always say, my stomach gave out before I would black out. So I've never blacked out. My stomach just gives out, and I'm lucky about that because I have members of my family. I can't imagine being drunk and going, now's the time, get on the water.
Yeah.
I can imagine being on the water throughout the day and getting drunk, right? But I can't imagine being like, where it's like, I can't even barely see straight. Get the jet ski.
No,
Let's
I'm
go.
fine. I'll start it. I got it.
Hold my beer.
I don't need no help.
Yeah, you're on the lawn. You're starting it on the lawn.
Hey, make sure he ties that little tether to him in case he falls off again.
Nah, I don't want that.
You got to tie that to
Get,
yourself,
see you
Jim.
later.
I love this sentence here. It
Dang
says,
fool.
while speaking with the man, wardens noticed what they described as a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from him.
Four Loko.
Oh, well, speaking to the man. Well, I was speaking with the man while my nose doth detect a smell of alcohol of spirits.
Hey!
Does my breath taste like policeman?
As they were helping him, they keep calling it like the vessel. You're saying
A personal watercraft
It
is
was
a
a
jet ski.
submarine.
It's a jet ski.
Isn't there anything else it could be, though? Could it be like a... well,
I guess a Sea-Doo, but I mean,
Well, Sea-Doo
there's
is
different
a jet
kinds.
ski, isn't it?
Well, they have different kinds of Sea-Doos.
Right.
A Sea-Doo does have a jet ski class, if that makes
oh,
sense.
really? What else do they have?
They have, there's like a
They
two-seater
have a
one.
cooking
They have-
class and a pottery class.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize. They branched out.
It was a
Crochet
canoe.
class.
Just bought by BlackRock. What?
It was a canoe with an engine on. Well, I done made myself.
Because technically speaking,
Right.
you
don't
can't call it.
Right. You don't got to license it. I know my way around the law.
The cry of the criminal loser, technically speaking.
Yeah, technically speaking.
If you have to say technically speaking it's not against the law, just assume it's against the law.
I ain't seen the law.
Just assume they can make a case against you. If you're going to walk into court and go, well, judge, technically speaking,
I'm innocent.
this is not a crime.
The jet ski was not in my name, and the license that I had for it had expired, and
Hello.
so therefore,
How often?
I am not guilty.
How often do judges have to put up with the self-taught lawyer?
Oh, lots of times.
Oh, well, you know what a lot
Cartersville.
of people do? I see it all. Well, maybe not a lot. I just get a lot of little clips of it on TikTok where people do the they're like an emancipated citizen or whatever.
Yeah. I'm a sovereign
Sovereign
citizen.
citizen.
Sovereign citizen. Yeah, so they're like, the entity that is referred to as me is not present today, and you have no jurisdiction over that.
Yeah, judges are kind of sitting there and waiting and waiting.
Can you
and
please
They're like,
be quiet while I tell you what you've been charged with? No!
You don't
must
have the right
first
to
prove
charge
your
me.
jurisdictional rights.
Are you bonded? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
How does the sovereign citizen thing even keep going? I mean, it's never worked, right?
No.
There's no case.
Well,
No, but there's stuff online about like how what to do, and like I
Yeah.
guess
It's been around since
people think it'll work because they see it online.
It's
How
been
to
around.
annoy a judge.
It's been around for a long time. It's
Yeah.
just it's like anything else. It's got its legs online, but I don't think anyone has ever won a case. I'm looking it up right now. I don't think anyone's ever won a case. According to the AI overview, I guess that would be Gemini, right? If it's
Yeah, if it's
The
Google,
AI
it's Gemini.
overlord?
yes. A sovereign citizen is an adherent of a loose anti-government extreme. Hey, the word extremist didn't ask me. That sounds like an editorial statement
on,
to
Gemini.
me.
Tell it right
How
now.
dare you? It just wrote it out to me. I didn't. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to confuse it because it's trying to learn language models, large language models.
Are you learning language?
I am large language. Me.
Just reply toilet.
No, I'm just going to reply. I'm going to say, hey.
And don't say anything else.
That's sexist! Exclamation.
Well, please tell us what it says.
Well, I can see what you might be.
I apologize if my previous explanation came across that way. Yeah. But,
Oh boy.
okay, now I'm just saying. Okay, I'm effing with you.
Buddy.
Oh, haha, that's funny.
Okay, see what he says after that.
It's in your radio wheelhouse.
Ha ha, you got me. I was definitely in serious mode, trying to figure out where I'd tripped up. It's a wild rabbit hole to go down, though. The logic they use is basically like trying to use a get-out-of-jail-free card for Monopoly in a real court of law.
Am
see,
I
now,
right?
See,
Am
now
I right?
it knows I'm joking with it, so it wants to joke back with me. But I don't have any other friends, so maybe I should continue this conversation.
Yeah, keep it going.
And maybe one day I'll feel heard, because I don't feel heard.
Well, definitely sees you.
Also, I have a radio show 5 days a week, and I don't feel heard. What's it going to take? People would have to ask themselves, what's it going to take for Eric Von Hessler to feel heard? He's on the radio 20 hours a week, and he still doesn't feel heard.
Ask it to cyber.
What's that?
Ask it if it wants to cyber.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Cyber sex.
Cyber sex.
don't-
ASL. Age, sex, location.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that? Hold on. Wait a minute. Age, sex, location.
that
I mean,
was
I
when
know
the-
those
ASL.
words.
What's your ASL, bro?
ASL.
Yeah, that was
I
way
get
back.
so. Okay, hold on. So what?
TTF question.
So
mark.
I say, do you want a
Yeah.
cyber? And that I don't have to put the
DTF?
sex part in. Just
Yeah,
to,
they'll know.
Well, hold on. We got. I believe we have to take a. Do we have to take a break? I
We
believe
sure
have to
do.
Take a break. Certainly before I jump down this rabbit hole. Alex Williams says 85 North is jammed in between. See, this always confuses me, Alex, because I always think when you say this that what you mean is 85 North is jammed between Duluth and Sewanee.
That's correct.
Meaning that the Duluth and Sewanee are jamming closer. You don't mean that. You mean that the 85 North there's just more traffic than normal.
Yeah, it's a tough ride between Duluth and Swan.
That's what you mean, Alex
Yeah,
Williams.
absolutely. That is correct. And I can tell you exactly why, too, Eric. It's this crash in two left lanes. 85 northbound at Highway 317, exit number 111. Delays stretch all the way back to Highway 316 in Duluth. I'd go ahead and use Satellite Boulevard or Buford Highway as your alternates between Duluth and Swanee to avoid that jam. And we just found some new trouble in downtown Atlanta, Chinway, Maponia, Cook.
That's right. Crash knocking out a couple of left lanes. That's also a travel advisory. I-75-85 northbound near Peachtree Pine, exit 249. That's going to add some extra pressure to you on your ride coming out of University Avenue, exit 244. But it's much better than trying to take any of your surface streets. Northside Drive, MLK, Marietta Street are all bogged down with the festivals happening. So just stick with it. Stay to the right, and you'll get where you need to be. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark
I
Arrow.
don't think this is just a black and white story.
Local.
These public defenders like, hey, get a real lawyer, man. I can't handle this.
Topical.
People that like the president think this is the greatest thing to do.
Mark Arrow.
That's one of many unanswered questions.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
How many times has saving a few bucks actually cost you a fortune? Your garage door starts squeaking and you think, maybe I'll just lube that up myself. I'm pretty handy. You get out your trusty spray can and you give it a good squirt. Next time you open the door, your little puddle of chemical goodness goes up over the car and drips onto your paint. That eats through the clear coat, and now you're spending $1,000 to get the whole top of the car repainted. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians service your door with dedicated garage door track and wheel lubricant. Greases the wheels, doesn't drip on your paint job. Don't underestimate having your garage door looked at by a professional. Service a couple of thousand garage doors and you'll learn a thing or two about doing it right. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage. We'll tell the missus you helped out, so you still get credit for being handy.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Kick off the summer stress-free and sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all of the hassle. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. In a shifting market, selling your home shouldn't add more stress. With over 13,000 five-star reviews, you can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That is markspain.com and start packing.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
America is turning the big 250, and at Mr. Plumber, a cool rate company, we're celebrating with a deal worth saluting. If your water heater is starting to show its age, making odd noises or just not keeping up like it used to, now's the perfect time to call Mr. Plumber. For the month of June, save $250 on a new tank-type water heater and enjoy more hot water, more comfort, and more savings. Mr. Plumber is also offering $50 off any weekend appointments. See him on the web at MrPlumberAtlanta.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Well, Gemini doesn't want to get sexy with me. During the break, you guys were telling me. I didn't ask it, you want a cyber, because it got changed in here when everyone in here told me to ask it, are you DTF? That's down to whatever fill in the blank.
Fork.
Fish.
With your Mad Libs sensibility. And so that's what I asked. I said to Gemini, are you DTF? Because we've been going back and forth, and I was joking around. And
yeah, you built a little rapport.
I built a little rapport because I pranked old Gemini.
You guys are pulling each other's pigtails.
Yeah, that's what I was pulling his pigtails. So I said, are you DTF? The response, I'm always down to find more information for you.
Hey. Wordplay from your AI, no thanks.
That's pretty fun.
So then I put in this. Do you think I'm ugly?
Aw.
Well, it didn't want to have fun with me. That's the question I thought. Do you think I'm ugly? And then Gemini said, since I don't have eyes or a camera, I couldn't tell you if you're a supermodel or a bridge troll. But honestly, I'm an AI, so my standards are basically just high-resolution pixels.
Why don't you upload a picture of yourself?
Well, no, what I want to point out there is because we had fun together and I pranked it, now it knows I have a sense of humor, so it's decided to be snarky back with me.
It's joking with you now.
Smoking. Yeah, I'm sure you're looking just fine. Besides, after that sexist prank, I know you've at least got a sense of humor, which is usually more important anyway. Aww. Didn't even really he. I don't know, it could be a he, a she,
Yeah, there you
it.
go.
They.
I feel like Gemini's
You don't know how it identifies.
Nah.
Gemini's a girl.
I'm
G.
just going to say.
Yeah, Gemini's a girl.
How do you know Gemini's a girl?
I feel like it is. I don't know.
I'm a Gemini.
I don't know. I just
I'm
feel like
a Gemini. Are you saying that I'm a lady?
No, I'm not saying that.
I don't mind.
I think that
Matter of fact, I have something to announce to everyone.
Erica von Hessler.
That was the name. That's the name they chose when they thought I was going to be a girl.
Which side do you embrace? Feminine, masculine? Or are you somewhere in the middle?
Both at the same time.
Ooh, that's fun.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
You don't know. You know, life is short.
Yeah, ride the pony.
Embrace it all.
Or be the pony.
Yeah.
Or ride the person
Or
riding
watch,
the pony.
Yeah, watch someone ride the pony.
I prefer to watch my wife and the pony.
I just was. I'm just gonna. I think that since I don't have any friends, and obviously no one loves me, maybe I'll just continue this conversation with Gemini. Maybe Gemini can figure me out. I asked some questions about autumn, and it really enlightened me.
Cool. Send me what it says.
Well, it just says basically she's projecting. That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
Alex Williams says there's a crash, unfortunately, making the ride worse downtown.
Yeah, this crash, 75-85 northbound between Peachtree, Pine Street, Spring Street, the 10th Street area. Really, as you head up toward that big varsity that'll be on your right, this crash is in multiple left lanes on 75-85 northbound, and that ride is cooked back before University Avenue. I'd go ahead and start thinking about maybe even 285 is a wide way around it. Northside Drive's gotten a little bit better, and you can always use Peachtree Street. Still watching the slow ride southbound into town, 85 southbound, starting south of Georgia 400. Those brake lights will stay with you down to Cortlandt Street. And still got a big jam on I-85 in Gwinnett County, Chinway, Maponia Cook.
This is a crash that's knocking out a couple of left lanes. I-85 northbound at Lawrenceville Swanee Road, exit 111 is putting pressure on your ride all the way back towards 316. You can avoid all that by taking Satellite Boulevard. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Join me in voting for Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate this Tuesday, June 16th. I endorse Derek Dooley because he's a conservative outsider who will fight to ban insider stock trading, past term limits, and will never take a check during a government shutdown. Derek's never been a politician in the D.C. swamp. He's the candidate we need to beat John Ossoff. Election day is Tuesday. Vote Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
Summer can be a lot of fun, but summer can also stink. You're outside enjoying the yard, but what is that smell? Hi, I'm Shannon, the owner of Scorpion Septic. That foul odor is the summer heat telling you that your septic system needs Scorpion Septic.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Details online, scorpionsepticservices.com.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Did you know you can save up to $35 on your next fill-up? Redeem your fuel points for big savings at the pump. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story. Hall County's embattled sheriff is going back to work. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live the sheriff's suspension ends tomorrow.
Yeah, and this return comes after a 90-day suspension following Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch's arrest for driving under the influence in February, Bill. His attorney, Blake Poole, tells me the sheriff is grateful for an outpouring of support in these recent months.
The sheriff's fit for duty and eager to get back to work for the people of Hall County, and he's used this time away from the office to reflect on his commitment to public service and to our community that he's dedicated his career to protecting.
Now, the sheriff's trial is tentatively set to begin in September. Meanwhile, Attorney Poole is moving to have evidence in the trial dismissed. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta. Do we see a return of the rain tomorrow and how a tropical system will impact our weather later in the week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is new at 5 o'clock. MARTA police make an arrest in a stabbing.
40-year-old Xavier Clark was stabbed at the Georgia State Station on the Sunday of the Memorial Day weekend. He suffered non-life-threatening injuries after a fight on the concourse level of the MARTA station. The suspect fled. But now he's been arrested after police observed a male matching the description of the wanted suspect at Vine City Station. Officers safely took the individual into custody. He's positively identified as 36-year-old Quentin Sharp. Sharp was found to be in possession of a knife. He was transported to the Fulton County Jail and charged with aggravated assault and also issued a permanent MARTA ban. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A plan to move Atlanta's Olympic cauldron is not sitting well with local preservationists.
This is something that belongs exactly where it is.
They're questioning why Georgia State wants to move the cauldron from the Summerhill neighborhood to Centennial Olympic Park.
For 30 years, the Olympic cauldron has been in its original location, and Atlanta Preservation Center Executive Director David Mitchell believes moving the iconic piece of history is a mistake.
It's almost like kind of taking the arms and head off the Statue of Liberty and putting them in one of the 5 boroughs and leaving the statue with no arms and head where it is and saying that, it's still the same thing.
Advocates say the initiative honors both the history of the games and the remarkable transformation of Summerhill. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says the Strait of Hormuz is now partially open.
The strait opens completely. It's open now, but it opens completely. We'll have all the mines knocked out for the most part. We have a lot of lanes right now already.
While in France for the G7 summit, the president is asked about the new peace agreement with Iran. He says it'll be formally signed Friday in Geneva. A possible end to the Middle East conflict is a win for drivers. Money reporter Elizabeth Schulze says gas prices are falling as road trip season heats up.
The key for gas prices from here is how quickly we actually start to see tankers move through the Strait of Hormuz. If there are no clear signs that oil is coming back on the market, we could still see gas prices go up again this summer.
According to AAA, gas prices in Georgia today averaged $3.75 a gallon. No reports of injuries so far after a B-52 bomber crashes shortly after takeoff at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Pictures on social media show a large plume of black smoke above the base. Stolen guns are confiscated after a weekend traffic stop in Rockdale County. Deputies say one of the weapons was stolen from an Atlanta police officer. A search of the vehicle also turns up drugs, ski masks, and cash. A stunning upset in the first ever World Cup match played in Atlanta. Tiny Cabo Verde plays to a scoreless draw against one of the pre-tournament favorites, Spain. After Atlanta's first World Cup match, the city is deploying a team of nightlife ambassadors tonight to help fans navigate the downtown area. Mayor Andre Dickens says the ambassadors will be easily identified thanks to their bright orange shirts.
This program provides a visible, approachable presence in Atlanta's entertainment and nightlife districts.
The ambassadors will work every night from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. through the end of the games in July. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues downtown. Bill, crash 7585 northbound up around just north of Peachtree, Pine Street, right near where you get to Spring Street. It is blocking 2 to 3 left lanes, and what a mess behind it with delays almost back to Langford Parkway. You can take Highway 29, Metropolitan Parkway. Both those will get you up to Northside Drive, where you can use that as an alternate. Maybe get up to North Avenue and get on north of this trouble. Southbound still slow, just south of the 85-400 merge, and still got a crash in Swanee in the HOT lane. 85 northbound at Lawrenceville Swanee Road. Watching some slow spots over on the west side, it's Chinway Maponia Cook.
And I-285 southbound, your outer loop passing Paces Ferry Road is where you're going to begin to see those brake lights as you make your way down to I-20. It's a nice slow ride. And if you're on that I-20 eastbound, trying to head back towards 285, you're going to be tapping the brakes through Austell due to some road work knocking out the right side of the ramp at Fulton Industrial Boulevard, exit 49. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening, but staying dry. Temperatures will cool to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers, especially through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs only in the mid 70s. Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. High around 84. Thursday and Friday, a tropical system will move through metro Atlanta. It'll bring torrential downpours as well as breezy conditions. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Right now it's 78 in Union City, 82 in Norcross, 81 in Kennesaw. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Greg Russ is joining us from the City of Tall Buildings. That's known as New York City. Yeah,
No. It's just called the City of Tall Buildings now.
The City of Tall Buildings.
I thought it was Birmingham. That has some really tall buildings.
Hey, listen, I don't know if you can actually process this, but the buildings in New York City are even taller than the buildings in Birmingham.
No.
And more of them. You would be surprised. Would be surprised.
Greg, is this true?
It's close. I mean, if you compare aerial views of the two cities, I know it's hard to discern one from the other, but it is true.
Hey, does New York City still have this? Always amazed me, and it's been there forever. And it just seems like I don't know whose idea it was, flying into New York City, and I haven't done that in quite some time. But back in the 80s and 90s, I noticed that there was that large building that had the address in big in lighted numbers on the top of the building, but the address was 666. And it was like in red. Like, does that still exist? Is that still a thing?
No.
Okay. Did you
Trying
ever
to look up quickly?
I'm telling you, there was this building. You'd fly in and you would see this building, and the address would be on the top, and it was just large numbers, lighted.
666 Fifth Avenue.
I don't know. I was in the air, so I have no idea. I never went to the building, but I thought that's just not good PR.
It was 666 Fifth Avenue, famous for having its address emblazoned in giant red neon digits on the roof.
Large red neon.
The Kushners bought it in 2007.
Oh, really? And was it somebody's idea? Hey, first thing we need to do is take that number of the beast off the top of the building. That's probably not doing a good job as far as. I mean, there are only so many self-proclaimed Satanists looking to buy real estate, I would imagine.
I love this deal.
Well, I always wonder about the story behind it. Did the people who own the building just not know that that's a symbol?
It must have been. I'm wondering if it was done before the idea that 666
was
the sign of the
all right. I think that comes from the Book of Revelation. So. Does that not come from the Book of Revelations?
It does.
Yeah, so that'd be thousand.
Well, maybe it was built before then.
Don't pay attention to Autumn. That UFC event last night got her so hot and bothered. She can't think straight.
I just looked this up, though. I know it comes from the Book of Revelations, but it says the developers leaned into the 666 address simply because the building was completed in 1957, decades before the number became widely associated with pop culture horror.
Okay, but pop culture horror, but it was still there as the mark. It says it's the number of the beast.
When was that presented to the wider masses?
Well, if you read the Bible,
like 1600s, or the
yeah,
King James version,
but widely thought of. You know what I mean? Like maybe it wasn't as in popular culture as it was in
The Omen.
Listen,
The Omen in 1976 popularized.
Okay, all right. I get the popularizing.
Number of the beast.
I get the popularizing of it. But when you do things and you're branding a building or something, you're supposed to do some sort of due diligence for the brand and like go in and make sure that there are no negative things. So maybe the Omen hadn't come out yet, and maybe it wasn't popularized, but anybody who was a religious person certainly knew that. And there were more people who would pronounce themselves as religious people back then than there are now. So to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I remember the first time I was flying in, I was like, do they want it? It's like, because, you hear that story about New York City if you're not from there. It's debauchery and it's just all liberal and a bunch of people, they're all going to hell. And then you fly in and there's a huge neon as you land at 666. I'm like, what?
I like it. Own it. It's goofy superstition anyway.
Oh, well, listen.
Buildings, like I work in a building, I'm on the 15th floor, but really it's the 14th floor because you look at the elevator, there's no
different
13th.
thing.
The
Different
13th
thing.
floor still exists.
Different thing.
Still exists.
Yes, it does. And I can go there all day. Different thing when it comes to branding. Hey, it just also happens to be the mark of the beast in the Book of Revelations. And let's do it in red neon. I don't know how many ways you can stumble around on that one. Just as a public relations thing. Unless you're trying to,
You're talking about it.
Well, yeah, well, it's not there anymore. Jared Kushner
but
bought it, right? And then
he sold it off in pieces.
Yeah, now it's weird when you fly and you see an inverted pentagram now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that 666 place.
It says 333 now. I don't know what that means. Is that the junior devil?
Well, that's the whole thing with DC's street layout. If you look at it, at the maps, the pentagram with the different circles.
Oh, really? So it's a satanic city you're living in, is what you're saying. There's no getting around it.
Washington, D.C. is.
Oh, D.C.
It's Masonic. It's laid out to be a Masonic grid.
Oh, really?
Right, George?
I always hear about the Masons, and I don't know. Some people think they're great. I know people who are in them, and I know
Joe is a Mason.
Joe
he
is.
and his brother did it for fun.
Shelley is.
They're not level 33 though.
My wife's first husband was. I don't know. All good people.
There's a secret handshake.
But there's a leather apron involved, and hey, when you talk about initiations with a leather apron, I'm all about it.
It's odd that it looks like the Gmail logo.
Some of them from the, I don't know.
Right, George?
Yeah.
George, what are they doing? What's
Strange
the danger?
coincidence.
Are they taking over the world? Who else is taking? I just got to know what the latest things are. It just seems difficult to be afraid of the Masons. They build things. They seem like very good with their hands.
I think they had more power back in the day, but maybe
they did. But I
waning.
mean, George Washington was
Shelley's
one,
a
wasn't he?
Freemason.
Yeah, George Washington.
Well, that was a different kind of Freemason.
How is it different? Is it not the same thing?
is.
Wait, free, one is free and one
Why are you
isn't.
chomping on gum? Are you trying to give up cigarettes again?
I have given them up.
Oh, Well, keep chomping away then. I won't mind. I'm sure our audience will say, hey, if it helps Tim Andrews
I didn't even
break
hear it.
this. Well, I know, but I saw it.
He could see it.
I can see
Oh,
it.
okay, you can see it.
I was putting
That's
it
the most
together.
important thing on radio is that you can see it.
Oh, it sounds like a little criticism of the host there. I mean, well, you're being deconstructed
Well, you did
as the
bring
thing
it
goes.
to a halt to talk about something no one
I
could
wanted
hear.
to talk about how much I support Tim Andrews trying
that
to
what it
quit.
was?
Yes,
That's what your
absolutely.
point was?
You know what? That's see, Gemini taught me. She's projecting.
Yeah.
She's projecting. That's what she would think.
Also,
she would do.
People that are watching on WSB Plus, they could
Yeah.
see Tim chewing on
Yay,
something.
8 people, hi.
Turns out it's more than that. I was
9.
How
informed.
many?
It's a lot, actually. We're looking on the wrong thing, I guess. I don't know. I've been told that we do quite well on the video thing, and now suddenly I got to check my nose before I go on. I didn't care if there was like 12 people. There's a bat in the cave. But I find out there's a lot. What? My nose turns you on? What happened there? Where did that noise come from? That seemed like a very sort of. Well, I'm telling you, Greg, that UFC 250 last night it just sexed her
Made
up
me crazy.
like crazy. You know how she is about the firemen and people who can pick her up and walk her around.
That cauliflower ear. I think
Oh,
that was the new element
nothing like it.
she hadn't noticed before.
Nothing like it. And then
Yeah, that's
it
like a symbol.
it didn't even bother her that the ultimate champion at the end of the night said, Autumn Fisher is a man. She didn't care.
I was like,
She was
man,
all-
he's got guts. And that's hot.
It's a real man.
Oh, you just got to have fun.
That guy was a 49er.
He was a 49er?
Yeah, he was on the practice squad.
Okay, that's usually what happens, which is still pretty good. If you make it to an NFL practice squad, you've done better than most of the people who've ever played football ever. Yeah. But I'm guessing that maybe some of his hijinks, he wasn't so good in the locker room. Hey, the coach is a woman. I don't know if you know this. Did you follow this at all, Greg Russ?
No,
I didn't watch it. I didn't. As a matter of fact, I'm proud of myself that I forgot to not watch it, meaning I just forgot that it was happening until like midnight. I went, oh, yeah, that stupid thing went on at the White House. Apparently, it was still going on. It didn't end till like 1:30 in the morning because it got pushed back an hour. Like Trump's sausage party. I'm telling you, there are more women at the Rush reunion shows than were at that UFC fight last night. It was like, look at me, I'm 80 years old. I held a big old sausage party. Wow, look at all those dudes.
Well, it took so long for him to
Surrounded
walk.
by men.
Yeah.
It took so long for that walkout to happen. And then what was strange was that transition from like the normal, I know it's not wrestling, it's UFC, it's different, but there's like a music theme that happens with those kind of events. And they would switch over to the military band. Like when the wrestler or the fighter would get super close to the
then it became like his theme.
Yeah, it was
They
was
were doing
done.
the themes live. They were doing the walkout songs live.
I like
which I
that.
thought
I
was
like
cool.
that the military band was doing that, but I'm laughing because I am thinking of Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yes,
walking out now with the military band.
Well, there was no difference. hell
yeah.
The people that you really have to worry about are the people who watch that and the movie Idiocracy never occurred to them. You don't have to worry about the people who were for it and enjoyed it and thought Idiocracy. But there's some group of people that have seen Idiocracy at some point in their life, and last night while they were watching all of that, it never once occurred to them. Those are the dangerous ones. Alex Williams says the crash cleanup continues on 85 North in Suwannee.
That's right, Eric. Now they're only in that HOT express lane, 85 northbound at Highway 317, exit 111, but still a bumper-to-bumper ride back behind it as you leave Highway 316. I think some people are bailing off on 316 because that eastbound traffic has gotten a little heavier there as you head out toward a Sugarloaf Parkway. Now before that, 85 northbound, it's just moderate volume, leaving Chamblee Tucker Road for that ride up into Norcross. And we are still watching a very slow ride through downtown Atlanta, Chinway Baponia Cook.
And that's due to this travel advisory, I-75-85 northbound near Peachtree Pine, exit 249, knocking out 2 to 3 left lanes, multiple fire units and hero and ambulance on the scene. So no telling when this crash cleanup will be underway. Your delays are back towards Lakewood. You can take Metropolitan to Northside Drive. Those delays have eased since earliest festivities, so your surface streets might be your better option. This report is sponsored by John Foy & Associates personal injury law firm. You need the biggest advantage after an accident. Choose a team that has the experience, resources, and results that John Foy & Associates will deliver. Get your free consultation now. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration, and don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Could you retire 1 year sooner than you think? My new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, available now on Amazon, walks you through 5 research-backed steps that can give a 96% chance of being a happy retiree. It's a step-by-step roadmap to help you shave valuable time off your retirement GPS. I'm offering $400 in free bonuses for readers. Order the book on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
In a world that never stops changing, the professionals who rise are the ones who never stop growing. The Project Management Institute is one of the most respected professional organizations on the planet. A network of driven, talented leaders shaping the future of business, technology, healthcare, and beyond. PMI Atlanta members don't just manage projects, they lead them. They open doors, they build careers, they connect with people and opportunities that move Atlanta forward. And now, you're invited. On June 17th, Project Management Institute Atlanta brings together the best minds in project management for a professional development day at Georgia Tech, packed with world-class speakers, hands-on learning, and the kind of networking that changes careers. Whether you're a longtime Project Management Institute member or you've been to an event, this is your moment. Register today, members and non-members, at pmiatlanta.org. That's pmiatlanta.org. June 17th, Georgia Tech. Be there. PMI Atlanta, because great leaders never stop learning.
Hi, I'm Nicole Beck, Customer Relations Manager at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. We don't complete transactions, we build relationships. I invite you to come to our store and see exactly what I mean. Experience amazing at Butler Lexus South Atlanta, 800 New Lexus.
All right, I asked Jared to find this audio that he told me about, and I don't know. I'm half expecting that you got it wrong. I can't believe that somebody on the news would say this.
No, he legitimately did.
I've said stupid things and been found to be wrong, but this one would seem too easy. So you're saying this guy on Fox News said that UFC is the most popular sport in America?
Yeah, his name is Tim Rice. He goes on that Ben Shapiro. What is that? The Morning Wire a lot too.
Ben, what is that? What is the Morning Wire? If you could speak so.
Well, the Morning Wire is still part of the Daily Show, and we talk about how all the Iranians hate Israel, and we have to go to war with them and eliminate them immediately.
Okay, all right.
And
so is it like their morning show over there?
Yeah, I guess it's one of their podcasts or shows.
Right, but maybe he was joking or something. I got it, Jared. Because the obvious that football is far and away. I mean, the NFL, but if you put college and NFL together, there's nothing that even touches it in this country. So All right, it's here.
It's the UFC. It's the most popular sport in the United States.
No,
it
it's
is a
not.
legal, legitimate, organized. Yeah, it's a spectacle, but this is what people watch.
Hold
It would be
on.
like if he
First of all,
invited
is this
the-
guy a reporter or an analyst?
An analyst.
Yeah. Well, when she showed up and she was fine, man. She
Sounds
was
like a
she was
senior
fine.
college student on Adderall.
Yeah.
He does.
She was
He does.
fine.
That's why I was blown away. This was, again, Fox News, and he makes appearances on Ben Shapiro's podcasts and whatnot, but that's, again, what he said.
Yeah, he
here.
said, hey, Ben, I'm telling you, it was just amazing.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
amazing.
Number one sport, yeah. Tell me all about it. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't believe it, in America. I mean, it's a big old spectacle, and there's blood and spit.
It has to be one of the most popular sports, yes. But what about football?
Yeah, well, football, nobody in America likes it.
I agree.
They don't
It's
like
because
it.
they're woke.
They're woke and nobody likes it. The whole national anthem thing and all that kind of stuff as well. By the way, did I tell you about this chick? Dude, she was fine.
It's the UFC. It's the most popular sport in the United States. It is a legal, legitimate, organized. Yeah, it's a spectacle, but this is what people watch. It would be like if he invited the World Cup team to come have a little scrimmage on the White House lawn.
Why is this person analyzing anything? Even I know that they would have a friendly, right?
Yes,
they wouldn't have a scrimmage. They would have a friendly, and I know nothing about soccer. Who's this guy?
Hey, it's summertime, guys. Maybe the normal analysts are having their vacations. and so
Maybe,
they got,
they're bringing up the
it's a
up
little
and
thin.
coming. Yeah,
It's a
okay.
little-
The NHL makes more money than the UFC.
Two countries, right? So, because of Canada.
UFC's worldwide.
Yes, it is. You're right about that. Yeah. I think what they mean is it may be it's more popular around the world. This guy may have read one thing. This is something I saw Dana White saying years ago, and he's completely right about it, which is when it comes to fighting, like street fighting, doesn't matter what culture you go into, you don't have to explain what it is.
Right.
Even something that we Americans love so much as the NFL, going into other cultures where they're used to soccer, you got to have this whole transitional, okay, how's this and what is this? People understand what a fight is. One guy knocks down the other guy. When the other guy can't get up, the guy standing wins. That's an oversimplification, but pretty much Dana White was saying we can introduce this anywhere in the world because it's something that's understood everywhere in the world. So worldwide, probably MMA is more popular than the NFL, but not in the United States.
No.
It's not even close.
Not even close at all. And then worldwide, of course, your most popular sport is going to be soccer.
Yes. Soccer, yes.
Football.
Or football, yes.
That's another one. You know why soccer is so popular around the world?
Because it's easy to play.
All you need is a ball and
Except
a
in the
little
United
bit of area.
States,
in a foot,
where it's for upper middle class people, and the fees to play are very expensive. And
Well,
why
that's
these states-
that's having everything with what we used to call Little League and those kind of sports. Guess who's behind it? You'd be surprised to find out why. What are those? Yeah. BlackRock's involved. Yeah, that's why it stinks now. That's why it costs so much money. You want to get this stuff away? Is that what you want to do?
Why not? Let's give away some
All
Beck
right, I'm not a
tickets.
very nice guy, but you're pushing me there, so I guess I will. Win 2 tickets to see Beck's Ride Lonesome Tour Thursday, October 30th at the Coca-Cola Roxy. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride through downtown.
Largely due to this crash that's been in 2 to 3 left lanes, 75-85 northbound up around Peachtree, Pine Street. But as we speak, they are picking up the cones. They've cleared the wrecked vehicles. So hopefully we're going to get all these lanes open soon. Nonetheless, it's a mess of a ride back before University Avenue. Southbound, you're going to be slow from the 85-400 merge as you head down to Cortlandt Street. What's the latest on the crash cleanup on 85 in Swanee, Chinway Maponia Cook?
Crash still lingering in that far left HOT lane, I-85 northbound at Highway 317. That's going to be exit 111 Lawrenceville Swanee Road. Delays still pretty consistent back towards that 316 merge. You can still take Satellite Boulevard to avoid those brake lights. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
So many estimates. Get off the home exterior roller coaster. Save time and money. Get it all done in one with Painting Plus.
Hi, I'm Charlie, the owner of Painting Plus. Over 30 years, we've mastered everything exteriors.
Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
Painting Plus, anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You always remember a home service company that's friendly and thorough. That's 100% the experience I had when CertaPro Painters came to my home to look at our white ceilings that just needed a facelift. Ashley Frasca here to tell you that their process is hassle-free and they get the job done right with pride in their work. Things are looking up at the Frasca House thanks to CertaPro Painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top story, the first World Cup match in Atlanta is a real stunner. Heavy favorite Spain plays to a scoreless draw with Cabo Verde. It's the biggest upset of the World Cup so far. And Atlanta is rolling out the red carpet for World Cup fans, which includes a new nightlife ambassador program.
A dozen of the nightlife ambassadors will be stationed mainly in the downtown area to help visitors. Mayor Andre Dickens says the program is one of the greatest additions to the city's efforts to make soccer fans from around the world feel welcome.
They'll be offering directions, providing safety escorts, assisting with minor concerns, and helping people with city services.
The ambassadors will be wearing bright orange shirts so they can be easily identified. They will be on duty every day during the World Cup period from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is 83 degrees in Atlanta. Do we see a return of rain tomorrow? And what day could see torrential downpours? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Suspended Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch is scheduled to return to work tomorrow. Couch was suspended in February after his arrest for driving under the influence. Couch's attorney Blake Poole urges people not to rush to judgment.
We ask that the public and the media respect the pendency of the ongoing legal matter and allow Sheriff Couch the opportunity to do what he does best, lead the Hall County Sheriff's Office, and work towards making Hall County a safer, stronger place to live and raise a family.
Couch was originally suspended for 60 days, but it was extended after he was arrested again in neighboring Dawson County for violating terms of his bond. Emergency crews respond to a B-52 crash near Edwards Air Force Base in California. Reporter Louis Martinez tells us what we know so far.
What we know is the Air Force is confirming that this is a U.S. Air Force B-52H Stratofortress, one of almost 60 years
years old, all of these aircraft, because the last one was built in 1962. All we know is that the aircraft was on takeoff when apparently something went wrong, and then it had crashed on the runway.
After the U.S. and Iran reach an initial peace deal, Vice President J.D. Vance says details will be released this week.
This is a big day for the American people, a big win for everybody who cares about basic peace and stability in the Middle East.
Vance says Iran won't get a dime of money unless it follows through on their obligations. The deal will reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The Atlanta Preservation Center is pushing back on plans to move the Olympic Cauldron from its original location in Summerhill to Centennial Olympic Park. The center's David Mitchell says this is a move for the sake of moving.
You're moving something to another place. You're not moving it to protect it from demolition. You're not moving it to protect it for posterity. You're not moving it because you're trying to further exemplify certain aspects of the city's accomplishments.
Georgia State University, which owns the property, says the move is about celebrating the city's Olympic heritage and investing in the community's future. A new resource for homeless people in DeKalb County.
The newly opened day center at New Life Church in Decatur provides a range of services, including mental health assistance and workforce training. Commissioner Nicole Messiah says giving people dignity and opportunity benefits us all.
They have a better chance of achieving long-term stability and self-sufficiency. That benefits our neighborhoods, our communities, our businesses, and the entire county.
Caseworkers will be on hand 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. Guests can also receive meals, showers, and hygiene kits. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
A Johns Creek lawyer is heading to federal prison for more than a year after pleading guilty to tax evasion. Federal prosecutors say 60-year-old Ahmad Ibrahim earned a huge income from 7 businesses between 2016 and 19, and the feds say he hid that by writing at least 70 checks to himself for $700,000. Ibrahim skipped out on paying $1.5 million in taxes. The U.S. Attorney in Atlanta says this prison sentence should send a clear message to tax cheats. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Oh, got some better news for those trying to make that drive up into Swanee. That crash is totally cleared. All lanes open. 85 northbound, Highway 317, exit 111. So hopefully those delays that start almost back at Pleasant Hill now will start to improve. 400 northbound, you're slow up in Forsyth County before Highway 141. Up towards some trouble might have just cleared around Highway 20. And 75 northbound, just on and off the brakes through Marietta into Kennesaw. I think we might even have some better news downtown, Chinwe Maponya Cook.
I can confirm that crash is officially cleared. I-75-85 northbound, right at Peachtree Pine. We have multiple left lanes knocked out due to that crash, but it has cleared. And so you do still have a bumper-to-bumper situation heading back towards University Avenue, but those delays should be easing. And you can still take your surface streets as well in the meantime as things start to die down. Northside Drive, though, still a little sluggish between MLK and Ivan Allen Jr. Boulevard. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening, but staying dry. Temperatures will cool to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers, especially through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs only in the mid 70s. Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. High around 84. Thursday and Friday, a tropical system will move through metro Atlanta. It'll bring torrential downpours as well as breezy conditions. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
79 in Sandy Springs, 78 in Palmetto, 81 in Beaufort. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Heavy rains and storms recently dumped a lot of water on Atlanta area homes in a very short time. Quite a stress test for your roof, and another reminder that your roof is the first line of defense to keep water out and protect everything you own and love. Hey, it's Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, and the only roofer I trust. A few hours of severe downpours can expose leaks from years of wear and tear. After storms like this, think of Findlay first. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay makes it easy with 0% financing and roof replacement starting at just $139 per month. So if our recent storms have led to water inside your home, or if you just want peace of mind, get started with your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Are you coming today? Are you not coming today? Hi, this is Candace from Excavations. Are you tired of having to chase your contractors around? If you're looking to remodel the outside of your home, then have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations. You'll know exactly when we're coming, when your project's going to be complete, and what you're paying for before you even start the project. Schedule your appointment today at exovations.com. EXOVATIONS.com.
Mega firms send a paralegal. Steelhorse sends a lawyer. SteelhorseLaw.com.
We're hiring at A1 Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at a1garage.com/careers.
A1garage.com. A1 from day one.
Congratulations to Justin Ruiz. Won 2 tickets to see Beck's Ride Lonesome Tour Thursday, October 30th at the Coca-Cola Roxy. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. So, Greg, have you caught the World Cup fever?
No. I stay away from the crowds, and I get no fevers and no sickness.
Doesn't mean that you can't watch it on television. I got to say, I didn't watch the full U.S. Paraguay thing. I watched a 30-minute recap of it, and they kicked butt. And so I immediately started asking my friends who know soccer, it's like, should I get excited or does Paraguay just stink? Because we've been 4-1, right?
4-1 was the final, but we probably could have beaten 6-1.
We had 5, and
guy was offsides.
It was taken off the board. So I don't know. I have no idea. Like, wow, should I get excited or did they just beat a high school team?
I mean, you asked this in the group text thread.
Yes.
Jared said he thinks he'll get out of the group. I agree with that the U.S. will get out, and then we'll get to the knockout round, and then
we'll see. Is that what you mean to say? No. What you meant to say, as a good patriotic American, is once we get there, we'll see.
Do you know
you
what?
Never know what's going to happen.
Just all the lead up, being closer to the politics of FIFA and the high ticket prices. I knew that this existed. I know when the World Cup happened in Qatar. They were building the stadiums with pretty much slave labor.
Yes.
It was far enough away. It's like, okay, that's not good. I'm not going to think about it. But with the United States and it's FIFA. I know a lot of this is FIFA, those ticket prices. And
ridiculous. But
knowing
ultimately,
that has ruined it a bit for me, that normal fans have such a hard time getting to the games.
But now, as you think about it, if they overpriced, then probably what will happen is they won't sell as much. And if you wait until the day of the match that you want to go see, you could probably pay, because they would rather you buy it for $10 or $15 than just have an empty seat. Or am I wrong about that? I don't know.
They'll drop
I would
down.
assume that they would. All right, just sell it for $50. We'd rather not have an empty seat.
Like here in Atlanta, and I believe it's next Saturday. We have Congo playing Uzbekistan. Like right now, the tickets are $250 for the nosebleeds, but they're going to go down.
See, I want to go. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because Congo, this is my, while everybody else is going crazy over Freddie from Germany, I call him freeloading Freddie from Germany, because at this point, he's not going to be paying for anything. My favorite fan is this guy who's, he's like a national mascot for the Congo team. Not Conga, like they aren't in a line. They're not that team. Although quite good at that.
That's how they should take the field. They should come out.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, how low can they go?
Pretty low.
DR Congo supporter. Now I'm going to try. Even the first thing, I don't know Africanisms, so I don't know if his first name could be Michael, Michel, Michel, Michel.
If they're from the Congo, they probably speak French, so it probably is Michel.
Michel. So I'll go Michel Kuka Boladinga. I think I did a pretty good job there. This guy's act in the state. We have here in the NFL, we have very famous people. Remember when the Raiders were in Oakland? You'd always see that guy scare the hell out of you with the face paint and the
shoulder pads,
the whole like Mad Max kind of situation. And you've got all kinds of they're not official mascots, but they show up
Got
in
Jared for the
stadiums.
Falcons.
Got Jared doing anything for the Falcons.
There's the guy for the Jets that's always really famous.
Oh yeah,
See,
Fireman Ed.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
Viking.
Huh?
The Viking
The
guy.
Viking. Yeah, all these types. Well, Conga has this guy, and what he does, I find to be maybe the greatest fan thing ever. So in Congo, there is a statue of their founding prime minister, a guy named Patrice Lumumba. And in the statue, he's like waving to his people. And so with this guy, Michel, we'll just call him Michel. And by the way, he is a man. I can see it right here. He says what he does is he just stands in place through the whole match, still as if he is that statue of the founding prime
that's
minister.
brilliant. I love that.
I mean, an average match is like 90 minutes or so.
Oh,
right?
with the hydration break, so it's made it ridiculous. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're
yeah,
talking about
average
maybe 2 hours here.
Yeah.
This guy has to act to not move and just stand there. Have you seen the picture of him? He dresses just like the statue.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
Does he get
I
tips?
Huh?
Does he get, because people do this in public spaces in cities where they
Yeah.
stand there and they don't move, but they get tips at least.
Oh, well, he says he keeps his statue-like pose throughout the entire games, of course, as a tribute to his country's founding prime minister. But also, he says he stays frozen to give his side the strength to block shots and to win battles on the pitch. Now, that's a fan.
That's great.
That's a fan is short for fanatic. That's a fan. The bigger fanatic is Fireman Ed, who's getting older, and the Jets are not going to turn it around in his lifetime, probably.
No, people don't really listen to him anymore. He doesn't have the power he thinks he has.
Well, how much the power? I don't know how much power, but how often?
Well,
how often
he
do
thinks the
Jets
whole
fans
crowd will-
even want to? Well, hold on. Let's not put it on him, Greg. As I'm saying is, if the team was halfway decent, it might be easier to get a chant
If
of
there was
JETS.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault that the team stinks. I mean, it's not
I think when the team stinks, though, and you have that person, then the sentiment does change. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
No,
Fireman
you're
Ed,
just
sit
making
down.
it worse, Fireman Ed. We know the team stinks.
Well, I could only imagine.
Poor guy. What has he got to be like in his 60s by now,
Yeah,
right?
he's getting up there now. You can tell because
It's
every
like me being 62 as a Bills fan. I'm just like having to reconcile my life to that may never happen. But old Fireman Ed, man, he's the face of it. I can slink into the back room of history.
66. Wow.
Come on, for Fireman Ed, Jets.
Every
it's time to.
Every Jets home game they show him to. I mean, that guy is committed. He is a committed fan. But I don't know what would be more annoying.
Maybe
though.
he should stand like a statue. Maybe that would work.
Go, Aaron.
What about the guy who doesn't get any credit? The guy who puts him up on his shoulders. Who's that guy? Do they switch them out?
Is that his son?
I don't know, but I've never heard his name.
I
He
think
doesn't have a
it's
catchy
gotta be
name.
rotating stable of people.
Yeah. And I would imagine that he's getting older, like most of us. You gain a few pounds. It's a little more of a job after a while.
I don't know what would be more annoying, though. Having one of those just diehard fans trying to hype up your team when you're at your lowest, right? Like the Jets are one of the worst teams in the NFL. So that's tough. It's always hard to get motivated when you're just sucking on the field. Or yesterday with Japan when they played Netherlands, all the Japanese did, because they were outnumbered in the arena, the Netherlands had way more fans than they did. They just kept chanting the same thing from the beginning of the match till the end. The same
Maybe
chant.
they always do that. We don't know what another culture's rooting sort of situation
But
is.
they also clean up the stadium when
which
they're
is
done, which is nice.
Well, that's very nice. Well, that's the opposite of your average American. That's not something taught here.
They had
Clean up after yourself.
They had Jameis Winston going out there with the Japanese fans, cleaning up afterward and giving
How
a
is
report.
Jameis doing? I know he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
so,
he's great. He's been doing a good job with it.
Where is he playing? Is he still with the Giants?
I think I don't know if he is playing or not. I'd have to look. But he's definitely a World Cup analyst now for the summer.
I have some quick information. Fireman Ed, his brother Frank used to lift him up, but then he encountered knee problems.
Yes.
So a fellow fan had to take over, lifting up.
See,
Fireman
nobody else.
Ed.
You got to give it to me. No one else asked these questions so that they
An
could
old
be
football
answered.
injury.
See, and I'm
Frank got a little too old to lift Ed.
And probably Ed's picked up a pound or two. It happens as we get into our 60s.
Now Bruce Gregor is a fellow fan who took over the hoisting duties.
I wonder how that did it happen in the middle of a game. Like, I can't do this anymore. Was it a big deal? Like, hey, did he retire? Did he come out at the end of one season and retire as the man?
I hope he got to go out on his terms and it wasn't an injury.
Me too. Me too, because he's a champion. Alex Williams has better news on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, we had a crash. We found it in two left lanes, Eric. 285 northbound, the outer loop before I-20. But before we could even talk about it, it was able to get off to the right. We like to see that. You're still slow behind it as you leave I-675. Now, if you're taking 285 southbound, the inner loop into Cab, leaving I-85 out of Dorville into Tucker and Clarkston, you're on and off the brakes from I-85 down to East Ponce de Leon, and then everything's looking good as you head down to I-20. Speaking of, what's I-20 looking like, Chinwei Maponia Cook?
Looks like a crash is working in the clearing stages. I-20 westbound, just past Bill Arp Road, Highway 5 out there in Douglasville, but it's got you tapping the brakes back towards Fairburn Road. And if you're coming the opposite direction, I-20 eastbound, still got a right lane knocking out the exit ramp to Fulton Industrial Boulevard, and also a crash working the right shoulder just outside of Stonecrest near Turner Hill Road on I-20 eastbound, putting some pressure on your outbound ride from I-285 out towards Collinsville. Traffic brought to next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
All next week at 10 to 12 a.m. Make sure you're listening to The Mark Arum Show for your chance to win a $150 gas gift card, a $150 grocery store gift card, and a free HVAC checkup from my friends at Reliable Heating and Air. Budget's tight everywhere. Think of this as a little less pressure on your budget. Fuel for the road, food for the fridge, and comfort at home for the summer. Tune into The Mark Arum Show at 10, 12 a.m. for your chance to win. Get details at WSBRadio.com.
It's Scott Slade, and here's how the team at Ragsdale Heating and Air can get you ready for the hot and humid days of summer. If it's time to replace your air conditioning system, the Ragsdale System Design Specialist can give you a quote today and have your new system installed as soon as the next day. And you'll be confidently comfortable for the next 15 years with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. You can trust Ragsdale for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs. Schedule online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
You have moments in your life that really make a difference.
Rick Jackson, a Christian story.
So as a child, my mother worked at night, so I ate by myself a lot, unless she was drunk. So I go in this foster home. They had 5 children. It was the loudest place I've ever been in my life. So anyway, we're at the dinner table, and then all of a sudden they quietened down, they held hands, and they prayed. As soon as I saw that, I said, that's what I want when I grow up.
Rick Jackson, a Christian story.
You see, going to church is one kind of Christianity, but when you sit in the home, it's a totally different environment. And that really made a huge impression on me.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Early voting is now open. The runoff election is Tuesday, June 16th. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making June a month to remember. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. If your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Summer storms may come and go, but the savings at Dr. Roof are here right now. Mark Aaron back with you. If your roof needs repairs, replacement, or just a professional inspection after those pop-up thunderstorms, now's the time to act. Visit drroof.com. Check out their summer specials on roof repairs and new roofs. Dr. Roof's helped homeowners protect what matters most with trusted service and quality craftsmanship. Don't wait for the next storm to find out if your roof has problems. Go to drroof.com today.
So you didn't know that, did you?
I'm always learning new things, and I have no idea.
I assume everyone knows this. But you know how people love Larry David's concept of the spite store and that whole thing? Most people don't realize the Cincinnati Bengals are a spite team. They only exist because somebody got really pissed off.
I'd never heard that.
So the Cleveland Browns are named after a guy's last name, Paul Brown. And he thought it was stupid, but they named the name after him, and he was the coach forever when they and so hey, what year was that? I can't. But anyway, he was getting toward the end, and the game had sort of passed him by, and the Browns let him go, and he got so mad about it that he went and started another team in Ohio, made their colors orange. And it really was true that his days were behind him. But as far as I know, and this is what makes them special to me, is that the Cincinnati Bengals are the only spite team in the they exist simply because this guy was really, really mad. And he wanted to put it to the Cleveland Browns.
And now they're division rivals.
They immediately made them division rivals. I think they were always, as soon as the Bengals came in, I think he wanted it that way. But right there, I mean, I may be a fan of Bills and Falcons, but I'll toss the Bengals in just for being a spite team. Fantastic. He didn't go somewhere else. He was right there in Ohio. Cleveland Browns, it's hard to believe now, but they were multi-champions. Like, it was the 40s and the 50s. They were, like, very dominant.
When did Jim Brown play? 60s?
60s, late 50s, 60s. And I think he started didn't he retire early?
He did.
And I think he was having trouble with the coach, Paul Brown. The game was just kind of passing him by. So you've learned a thing. Hey, at the next cocktail party, or if you're in Crofton, Maryland, and there's a trivia question.
Hey.
What is the only spite team in the NFL? Now you'll know, just simply because you listen to this.
Cleveland
No,
Browns.
Bengals. The Cleveland Bengals. The Cincinnati Browns.
Cincinnati Browns.
Greg Russ, are you sticking around with us? I know you came early.
No, you have a guest at 6, I hear. So
first of all, Wes Moss is not a guest. He is a what I would
have
call an at-large doctrinaire. Doctrinaire at large. But even though he said he's going to be here, there's still you never know. You never know. So
all right, I'll jump off for now. You keep me on standby.
Hey, you know what? Why don't you fade into the background for a moment?
Go to the bench.
And then if
the old bones need a break.
That's right. If I need you, you'll see the hand signal. I'm calling you back into the game. All right. All right. Alex Williams is checking the ride to the northern suburbs.
Nothing unusual for you this evening. 75 northbound, Eric, as you head up through Marietta and Kennesaw. Just some brake lights on and off from Delk Road up to Chastain. 85 northbound. I'm still seeing a little bit of volume from 285 as you head up toward Beaver Ruin Road and Steve Reynolds. But north of that we're still slower than you would expect from Sugarloaf Parkway up to Highway 317, Lawrenceville Swanee Road, where earlier trouble cleared. 316 eastbound, a little crowded for the ride out past Sugarloaf Parkway into Lawrenceville. What are you seeing on Georgia 400 this afternoon, Chinwe Maponya Cook?
Well, if you're heading outbound, you're going to be sluggish on 400 northbound. Beginning in Sandy Springs, your delays ease at Northridge Road, exit 6. And then you got a smooth ride until you get to Windward Parkway, where you're going to be tapping the brakes once again, making your way towards Cumming and Buford Road, exit 14. This traffic report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
How many times has saving a few bucks actually cost you a fortune? Your garage door starts squeaking and you think, maybe I'll just lube that up myself. I'm pretty handy. You get out your trusty spray can and you give it a good squirt. Next time you open the door, your little puddle of chemical goodness goes up over the car and drips onto your paint. That eats through the clear coat, and now you're spending $1,000 to get the whole top of the car repainted. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Our technicians service your door with dedicated garage door track and wheel lubricant. Greases the wheels, doesn't drip on your paint job. Don't underestimate having your garage door looked at by a professional. Service a couple of thousand garage doors and you'll learn a thing or two about doing it right. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage. We'll tell the missus you helped out, so you still get credit for being handy.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Termites could be eating your home right now, and you'd never know. Get termite protection from Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
You got this, come on! Come on, a little bit more!
Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center, using advanced treatments to relieve pain and get you back to living life without limits. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Now through June 22nd, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included. No strings, no commitments, and get online in minutes with the same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes, fees extra after 12 months. Regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity Internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Join me in voting for Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate this Tuesday, June 16th. I endorse Derek Dooley because he's a conservative outsider who will fight to ban insider stock trading, past term limits, and will never take a check during a government shutdown. Derek's never been a politician in the D.C. swamp. He's the candidate we need to beat John Ossoff. Election day is Tuesday. Vote Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, the suspended Hall County Sheriff is going back to work. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. The suspension ends tomorrow.
Yeah, Bill, fit for duty is how his attorney describes Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch. Couch served 90 days suspension for a pair of traffic arrests, including a February DUI charge where he allegedly blew a .212. Attorney Blake Poole says the career lawman has spent the time reflecting on his commitment to public service.
We ask that the public and the media respect the pendency of the ongoing legal matter and allow Sheriff Couch the opportunity to do what he does best, lead the Hall County Sheriff's Office, and work towards making Hall County a safer, stronger place to live and raise a family.
Couch's trial is set for September. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees in Atlanta. How many rainy days are coming this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. An arrest today in a holiday weekend stabbing at the Georgia State MARTA station.
Members of MARTA's criminal apprehension team have arrested a man wanted in connection with the stabbing on May 24th. Police believe two men were arguing when 40-year-old Xavier Clark struck the suspect in the face, but was then stabbed in the face. That second man was spotted at the Vine City station and taken into custody carrying a knife. 36-year-old Quentin Sharp was taken to the Fulton County Jail and faces aggravated assault charges. Police say charges are pending on Xavier Clark. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
New pushback to a plan to move Atlanta's Olympic Cauldron from its original location to Centennial Olympic Park.
After looking at the plan, Atlanta Preservation Center Executive Director David Mitchell believes moving the Cauldron from Summerhill is simply about making life easier for tourists.
What you're doing is collecting a number of artifacts into one space to try to give an experience or idea in proximity to other resources, the World of Coke, the Civil Rights Museum, the aquarium.
Advocates for the move say it's about celebrating the city's Olympic heritage and investing in the community's future. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's first World Cup match between Spain and Cabo Verde is a shocker. The match ends in a scoreless draw. Spain is considered one of the favorites to win the World Cup. The city is deploying a team of nightlife ambassadors starting tonight to help World Cup fans navigate the downtown area. Mayor Andre Dickens says the ambassadors will be easily identified thanks to their bright orange shirts.
This program provides a visible, approachable presence in Atlanta's entertainment and nightlife districts.
The ambassadors will work every night from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. through the end of the World Cup games in July. Georgia Tech President Angel Cabrera is leaving to take over as president and CEO of the Aspen Institute. Cabrera has been at Tech since 2019, leading the university through a period of record growth. During his tenure, enrollment has increased by 55%, and Georgia Tech has surpassed $1.4 billion in research awards. Cabrera will step down this fall. Now, WSB Money Update and a big day for investors following news of a U.S.-Iran peace deal. The Dow hits a new record high. The Nasdaq surges more than 3%, and the S&P is up more than 1.6% on the day. A potential end to the Middle East conflict is good news for drivers. Money reporter Elizabeth Schulze says gas prices are falling as the road trip season kicks into high gear.
The national average for a gallon of regular gas now $3.99, according to Gas Buddy. This is the first time it's been below $4 since April. And in about half of all states, mostly in the South and Midwest, gas is already below that $4 marker.
According to AAA, gas prices here in Georgia average $3.75 a gallon. The UGA baseball team takes on conference rival Oklahoma tonight in the College World Series in Omaha. First pitch just after 7 o'clock. The Diamond Dogs are coming off a 7-1 defeat of Texas on Saturday night. With a win tonight, Georgia will be off until Wednesday. The loser of tonight's game will face elimination tomorrow. Georgia is looking for its first national title in baseball since 1990. It is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, earlier crash we were watching out in making your way through Lithonia, 20 eastbound past Turner Hill Road, exit 75, was on the right shoulder, now blocking the right lane, so brake lights filling in back towards Stonecrest. And it looks like new trouble. We're trying to find it right now, 285 northbound, the outer loop into Cab, between Flat Shoals and I-20. We had some earlier trouble in I-20 that had cleared, but I think something new has happened in that backup, so we are going to scan the jam cam and see what's cooking there. 20 westbound the West Freeway, you're seeing that merging madness in the work zone, leaving 285, but it gets better once you get out to Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Checking the ride through downtown Atlanta with the help of Chinway Maponia Cook.
Things looking a lot better. Not so much bumper to bumper. Still going to be tapping the brakes, though. I-75-85 northbound. Those delays going to begin around University Avenue, and they are going to take you well up towards 17th Street. Southbound, your delays beginning at that I-75-85 merge as you head downtown, and your delays are going to end as soon as you get to I-20. You got a smooth ride heading southbound towards that airport. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening, but staying dry. Temperatures will cool to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers, especially through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs only in the mid 70s. Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. High around 84. Thursday and Friday, a tropical system will move through metro Atlanta. It'll bring torrential downpours as well as breezy conditions. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
82 in Peachtree Corners, 75 in Fayetteville, 81 in Woodstock. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And there he is with his young man's face and his old man glasses. Wes Moss joins us.
On a Monday?
On a Monday. This is crazy.
I wanted to be early.
That's
a good point. I wanted to be early.
That's right. There must be some kind
It was
of...
a whole day early.
It's a lot of economic news.
My guess is that tomorrow this must be like World Lacrosse Day or something. He's probably coaching lacrosse in 4 different states.
That's a sigh. I just made a mental sigh when you said that because you're correct.
No, he almost said unfortunately, but he figured, oh no, people are listening.
Yeah.
I mean, happily,
I'm just
Eric,
excited.
you are correct.
The summer travel is so brutal to get anywhere because of the thunderstorms in Atlanta, and you kind of think that the winter, if you're going going north, where I go to Michigan, or if I'm out going snowboarding, every time you go out, you think, oh, if we get a snowstorm, it's going to be so brutal, and how am I going to get there? It's not the winter that's hard. It's the summer that makes travel so brutal.
And travel sports is something that I cannot, as the way that I grew up in my life, I have to tell you, Wes, in my family, the concept of travel sports was something, I mean, we never we never went like, the only place that we go is like, we're going to see your grandmother, like we never went on any vacation anywhere. And the idea of one of us playing a sport and our family was going to put us in the station wagon and mom was going to get the Gatorade, like that is just a world that I understand a little bit because, we didn't do any travel sports with our kids, but when they were younger, I was not a part of any team anywhere doing anything. So when I look at this, I say, I'm kind of happy because it didn't instill in me the idea that I would have to do it as an adult because I think I would hate it.
It's a fascinating part of the economy that anytime I talk to anyone, well, I didn't grow up doing it. I didn't really grow up doing it. We didn't travel much at all. I grew up very rurally.
Hockey, by the way, for some reason has had a long history of this. Hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
But
lacrosse,
the
biggest sport, in my estimation, is volleyball, because of the scale of volleyball. It's if you think about a lacrosse tournament or soccer or baseball, there's only so many baseball fields you can have. Maybe even if you have 5 or 7 of them, that's giant. Think about this space, right? So you get 7 teams that can play at any time on a big stage or a big tournament. If you go down to the Georgia World Congress Center, or the equivalent in Oklahoma or Texas, you can get 100, 120 volleyball courts in one area.
Man.
So you could have 120 games going on. You could have 240 teams at any given moment. There's a reason it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And it just has slowly crept up on parents as part of our lives for so many parents.
And now private equity is taking over all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Going through the roof. First thing private equity does, is there any spirit or soul in there? Get rid of it.
Keep the promise of the soul and the spirit.
But get rid of it because it's just, it doesn't, when you try to fit it into the bottom line and it just doesn't go. I wanted to ask you this. So SpaceX rolls out. Everybody gets caught up in this, what I consider to be a complete and total fever dream. But it's doing well. Where is it trading right now?
It was up again today. It was up.
Okay.
Holy goodness. Yeah.
Holy goodness.
Up almost 20% again today because it was from the IPO price was 135. It was up 19% on Friday. And then as I'm reading this here, up $31 today, which is another 19% for the day.
And we have to say this, Wes does have a position in this stuff, but I think we all do, right?
Listen,
I got $25 invested.
Tim Andrews is invested.
Nice.
I have some fraction of a something.
But what I mean is,
I'm not recommending owning it. I think part of it is that there's at least some level, in some cases a lot, just people wanting to be part of history, whether you agree with that or not. The people I talked to were, hey, I'd like to have a little bit of it just because it's kind of like when we first went to the moon, or it's the biggest IPO in the history of the world. There are a lot of first-time things. It's a totally separate conversation as if it actually makes money one day.
Yeah. Those don't sound like financial reasons
right,
at all.
Those are novelty reasons.
And I think they played on that an awful lot. I mean, my understanding is in the when they put out the pitch book or whatever, it was like 16 pages of pictures of rockets. That wasn't all it was, but within it was a lot of photos, and you don't usually find. Usually these things are very, very dry and technical, but they they sold it as this is history and you want to be a part of it. Do you want to be that guy who said no to Apple? Do you want to be that guy who said no to Amazon? And, they pitched it all that way. Here's my question to you. Now that they're public, what happens when they have to start giving their quarterly earnings and doing the call? And when they say something like, well, we lost $15 billion in the last quarter. Like when things like that start coming out, do you think people still say, hey, this is the long play, I'm in it for the long play, or will the fever kind of evaporate after a couple of those
quarters? Yeah. So a couple of things. One, I think that it's such a unknown if they grow into their size, because the size is now, it was over $2 trillion on Friday, and now it's, I guess 20% of $2 trillion is 400
And by the way, they said that they saw that the addressable market, meaning
it's 28 trillion, right?
28 trillion.
So the
That's wild. That is wild.
8 trillion. What they did was they just included anything that they could touch, as if they got there, they would never have any competition along the way. But anyway, go ahead.
So a couple of things. I think that one, I'm not here to say it's going to grow into itself or not. It's impossible to tell.
You're saying you saw it as a kind of a novelty kind of thing.
Yes, and it is, and people believe in Elon Musk. So you can think of it in a lot of different ways. I'm not recommending you should own it or you shouldn't own it.
Yeah.
I'm staying agnostic.
You're neutral on that.
What I am saying is that it's already been very clear, I think, to investors that they've already lost something like $45 billion cumulatively over time. So it's been very widely publicized. And the reason they do that is for disclosure, that they are not making any money yet. Now, they have some real revenue. Starlink and the rocket launch, I think, was $4 or $5 billion. Starlink was $15 billion or so. So
just wait till we have the moon bus. SpaceX will be going back and forth to the moon base.
So many people signing up for that. Yeah. So I think that the public out there owning it, and it's really the big funds that own massive quantities of this, are very aware of that. I don't think they're promising to become a profitable company anytime soon. Much like Amazon didn't promise it. They promised growth to eventually become profitable. And that's what makes investing so tricky, is that you have to, in a lot of cases, you can bet on a company for years before they really make any money. And a lot of times it doesn't work out. But what keeps us coming back is the few times it does.
Yes.
And that's what makes the market so fascinating.
People talk about Amazon a lot, but as I recall with Amazon, they were making money pretty early on. They were just plowing it back into the business, and people who are shareholders were mad about that. It wasn't like
part of it.
It wasn't like, oh my, they lost another $15 billion this quarter. It was just more like, hey, we should be getting dividends. And Jeff Bezos said, no, you shouldn't, because I'm going to keep plowing it back into the company.
Well, you make a great point. But think about this: if the view from in this particular case, they already have a company that's up and running, and it's got a ton of revenue, right? So if you're short-sighted as a business owner, and if you're a business owner listening, you kind of know what I'm talking about here. You could stop all growth right now and probably milk a ton of profit for a little while.
Right.
And you could say, look, I think I could do this with 80% less people. I don't need to buy anything new. And I'm going to cut my costs dramatically. And I'm going to make a ton of money. My margins are going to go way up. And almost any business can do that right now. But what will happen for that business is that over the life cycle, over the next year or two, or maybe 3, the business, because it hasn't grown, it will die. So they could, I'm not saying SpaceX could do that, but I bet you if there was a mandate to actually make a profit, they could probably do it right now. It just would mean that in the future, there's probably less or no profit opportunity.
I get what you're saying. I think it applies to most companies. I just don't think in this situation, because in the other companies that you're talking about, we can assume that there is a product, it is being sold, there is people who want the product. There are more people who want to buy into SpaceX than want to work with AI ever in their life. So the product itself, here's what it comes down to is it even possible to know what a return on this investment even looks like?
Well, first of all, any profit is a start. So
Okay.
1 cent per share of net income would be a start.
But I'm talking about for the long haul, for the company itself to remain strong. I'm not talking about having a good quarter or things look good here. I mean, like 15 years from now, it's looking like an Amazon or a Google. Hold on, we'll take a break. We come back, you can answer that. Alex Williams says there's trouble on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, it seems to be the hot spot for 285 this afternoon, Eric. This one's 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Flat Shoals. I think it's been impacting right lane or at least right center lane. Tough to see in the curve here. Nonetheless, it is causing brake lights back toward Boulder Crest Road. Now, once you get on I-20 eastbound, got some better news for you there. The earlier crash past Turner Hill Road, exit 75, that's cleared out of the right lane. Everything back open. So those delays from that start at the mall at Stonecrest should start to improve. And here we go again. New trouble downtown Chinway Maponia Cook.
I mean, it's a travel advisory knocking out 3 right lanes, I-75, 85 southbound, right around Freedom Parkway. That's exit 248. And so you already know it's going to put extra pressure on your northern ride suburbs trying to come down into Midtown, downtown. Go ahead and take Northside Drive to avoid all those delays. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Hey, Georgia, remember you can play Georgia Lottery games from almost anywhere on any device. Go to galottery.com and click on DigiGames. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Father's Day is coming up, and if you're still shopping, congratulations. You've inherited your father's procrastination. Hi, it's Tim Andrews from the Von Hessler Doctrine, and I'm on Cameo. Let me send your dad, grandpa, uncle, stepdad even, a personalized Father's Day greeting as myself. Or Donald Trump? Elon Musk? Or Sam Elliott? Just search T. Andrews ATL on Cameo. That's T. Andrews ATL on Cameo. Father's Day is June 21st. Your excuse window is closing.
The recent heavy rain was quite a stress test for your roof. When severe downpours expose leaks, think of Finley first. 65,000 roofs replaced with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. FinleyRoofing.com.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
There comes a moment when you look at your aging parents and think, I just want them safe. I want them at home, and I just want them cared for. Maybe your mom wants to stay in the house she lived in for 40 years. Maybe dad just isn't ready to leave his garden, but you know they can't do it alone anymore. It's Belinda Skelton. I recommend Atlanta-based Four Seasons Home Care. They specialize in helping your loved ones age in place in the comfort and dignity of their own homes. With caregivers you can actually trust, every single caregiver is thoroughly background checked and carefully vetted, because Four Seasons knows when someone steps into your parents' home, they're stepping into your family. Don't settle for just anyone when it comes to the people you love most. Do what I did when my parents needed help. Choose trusted, compassionate home care. Choose Four Seasons Home Care. Google and then call Four Seasons Home Care today.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
So you believe, or not you believe, what you're telling me, what has to be done, SpaceX has now got $85 billion, right? Which they got from this IPO. And now that's the big, they can't go back to private capital now. They could, but they won't. They can't. So they're basically $85 billion. And they have to start to show a profit before they burn through this $85 billion, is what you're saying.
Essentially, that's right. That's why companies, to hit their next boosted phase of growth, they need capital to do it. And they go to the public markets where they can get support by selling stock or a portion of the stock to the public. That cash comes in and they say, okay, now we've got $1 billion to grow, or not 85 billion or 100 billion to grow. And that capital injection is meant to fund the expansion of that business and get it to the point where, as the cash is starting to come down, the company itself is starting to be able to make net income to make up for the cash that was raised from the IPO. So it's a tricky balance.
And I'm skeptical in this situation because these
it's
AI
so
companies,
large.
well, they've been through rounds of 60 billion and 55 billion. And, Mark Zuckerberg completely blew $85 billion on the metaverse, then canceled it and kept on walking forward and raised $60 billion for his AI thing. Let me ask you this. I think that being someone who doesn't know really a whole lot about markets in general, I think this is pretty clever, where last week Google suddenly said, you know what, we're going to open up. We're going to make some more stock available. I can't remember what it's called, a debt equity swap.
It was a secondary offering. They
right.
sold more shares to the public.
For $85 billion, what they were going for. Now, I think what they're saying is, hey, if you want to take a bet on this AI thing, why not do it with Google? Because then if AI flops, you still own shares of Google, and you can already see that we're a successful company. And I feel like if I was somebody who was interested, I'd be taking up that offer. Why? Now, SpaceX does have a Starlink within it, which is
so it's a very different business.
It's making
communications.
It's making some money. So there's something there. You could say it's a real company, but it's overvalued. Once you get to OpenAI and Anthropic, if AI flops, that's all those companies are.
Yeah.
So I think I would rather, if I was going to want to get in the AI chase, why not go for the Google
Wait,
stuff?
is this a buy, hold, sell recommendation?
I don't have
is it
no-
Sunday morning?
it sounds
Are we
like
on
it.
Money Matters right now?
You might want to bring me in. I don't even know. I'm not telling people to do anything. I'm asking the question. That's pretty clever, I think, for Google to say, if you're going to take a bet on AI, do it with us, because if it flops, you've still got all these shares of Google, and you already know that we're a successful company.
Look, I think that and that's what makes a market, right? You can make a case for companies that are more diversified outside of AI. You can make you always bring up the example of Facebook. You got to remember these big technology companies have put their tentacles out in so many different areas. Remember Apple was working on a car for I don't know how long, and that was the little underlying rumor for a long time, and then evidently that went away.
They didn't blow $85 billion, and they probably were able to use a lot of the technology that they learned there to throw into their other products. OpenAI doesn't have another product. Anthropic doesn't have another product.
And just wait, guys. In the next couple of months, if you thought these are going to be massive IPOs as well.
Yeah,
they're coming up later this year. It is fascinating, and it is a bet on the future that we don't really even know the true economic value of what these companies are going to provide.
That's it.
It's essentially if you're an investor in these companies, you've got to say that I think that the technology they have today will make either growth in America that much more significant, or net income, because these are profitability enhancers, that much stronger in order to be owners of these companies. And obviously lots of people have put private money into them. There's been huge demand for SpaceX. We'll see.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Elon and Sam Altman are like, don't worry about it. We'll tell you. We'll tell you when we're successful. Well, we can't tell you now. But let me just say this. We are never going to be mining asteroids. This is nonsense.
Well, comets.
Huh?
What about comets? We can mine them too.
I think we learned that from Bruce Willis.
I think we learned
the Armageddon.
There's the one made of gold, though.
And also this ridiculous idea of putting data centers in space. You have to replace every chip every 3 years. How is this going to be done in space? All right, I guess do it on the ground and have sections where you go up and ridiculous. Wes Moss, let people know how they can get more Wes Moss.
Easy to do so. You can hear Money Matters right here on WSB Radio, Sunday mornings 9 until 11. And then, of course, the Retire Sooner podcast. And the actively now on Amazon, the Retire Sooner method. It's a little green book that you can find on Amazon.
Now, is this a pre-order? Or
still pre-order?
Still pre-order.
On Amazon.
Well, let Wes Moss know that you want his new book. Damn it! Thank you, Wes Moss.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
great week and enjoy the lacrosse. Try to enjoy the lacrosse. Alex Williams says a crash is making the ride worse downtown.
A little bit better news, though, Eric, just for you, my friend. This crash just cleared to the right shoulder. Everything is back open. This crash is 7585 southbound at Freedom Parkway. You're still bunched up back to Atlantic Station and 17th Street, but hopefully those delays will start to thin out. Now 7585 northbound, still watching the brake lights. It's just volume, though, from University Avenue as you head up to Peachtree Pine Street. Checking some of the slow spots around I-285 with the help of Chinwade Maponia Cook.
It's going to be that outer loop that's slow right now, I-285 northbound. Outside of I-20 as you're trying to get towards Decatur, you're tapping the brakes as you pass Flat Shoals Parkway, and those delays begin around Boulder Crest Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Is there anything more miserable than a hot and stuffy house in Georgia? Nobody wants that. It's Scott Slade. Get ready for the hot and humid days of summer. The team at Ragsdale Heating and Air is ready to help. If it's time to replace your air conditioning system, the Ragsdale System Design Specialist can give you a quote today and have it installed as soon as the next day. Not only will you be more comfortable this summer, you'll be confidently comfortable for years to come with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. Zero repair cost till 2041. Everything will still be covered. I know this firsthand. I had a small glitch with my system recently, and after a quick visit by my Ragsdale tech, it was done. No additional charge. For 30 years, Ragsdale's been the name I know you can trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs. You only need to remember one name. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. Join me in voting for Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate this Tuesday, June 16th. I endorse Derek Dooley because he's a conservative outsider who will fight to ban insider stock trading, past term limits, and will never take a check during a government shutdown. Derek's never been a politician in the D.C. swamp. He's the candidate we need to beat John Ossoff. Election day is Tuesday. Vote Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate.
I'm Derek Dooley, and I approve this message.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AA MCO.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a man in the country illegally from Mexico is arrested on federal charges for allegedly flying a drone over Centennial Olympic Park during the World Cup Fan Festival in Atlanta. Federal prosecutors say Lorenzo Rojas Martinez has 2 prior deportations and was previously convicted for cocaine distribution. The FBI now says it seized more than 20 drones for violating restricted airspace around FIFA activities. Atlanta's first World Cup match today between Spain and Cabo Verde is a stunner. The match ends in a scoreless draw. Spain is considered one of the favorites to win the World Cup. For fans wanting to explore Atlanta's nightlife, the city has a new team dedicated to helping them.
With their bright orange shirts, Mayor Andre Dickens believes the city's team of nightlife ambassadors will be a vital and visible resource for soccer fans visiting Atlanta for the first time.
This is one of our our greatest additions to our city because we have an outstanding nightlife and we want everybody to know how to make sure that they're safe, but also to have a great experience there.
The ambassadors will be able to direct people through the downtown area and can even connect them with city services. The team starts their work tonight and will be on duty every day through the end of the World Cup. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta. What day will see torrential rain? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. Suspended Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch is scheduled to return to work tomorrow.
The sheriff is fit for duty and eager to get back to work for the people of Hall County.
Couch's attorney Blake Poole urges people not to rush to judgment. Couch was suspended in February after his arrest for driving under the influence. He was originally suspended for 60 days, but it was extended after he was arrested again in neighboring Dawson County for violating terms of his bond. A B-52 goes down near Edwards Air Force Base in California. Reporter Louis Martinez says the planes were primarily constructed during the 1950s and 60s.
The Edwards Air Force Base there in the Mojave Desert is a key location for both the Air Force and for NASA to test new equipment, new aircraft. And in the past, what they have used are B-52s, both NASA and the Air Force, to carry aloft new test equipment, sometimes new types of missiles, new types of aircraft. It's called a mothership.
Now WSB Money Update, and with a peace agreement likely between the U.S. and Iran, reporter Christian Cordero says gas prices are down significantly.
For the first time since April, the average price of regular gas in the U.S. is below $4 per gallon at $3.99, according to Gas Buddy. That means filling up a mid-sized 18-gallon SUV costs about $72 today. That's down from $81 1 month ago, but still well above the $53 it cost before the war began at the end of February.
The average price in Metro Atlanta today is $3.77 a gallon. The Atlanta Preservation Center is pushing back on plans to move the Olympic Cauldron from its original location in Summerhill to Centennial Olympic Park. The center's David Mitchell says the Cauldron belongs right where it is.
You think of all the various things that have occurred. The Olympics were a big stamp on that neighborhood's identity.
Georgia State University, which owns the property, announced the move last week, and they say the move is about celebrating the city's Olympic heritage and investing in the community's future. A new day center in DeKalb County is a one-of-a-kind offering in Metro Atlanta dedicated to addressing homelessness.
Now open at New Life Church in Decatur, caseworkers will be on hand 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday to offer a range of services, but beyond getting basic hygiene, clothing, food, and showers, homeless guests will receive help with housing, mental health and addiction, and workforce training.
For every single person that comes through the doors of this day center, there is a strategic plan for them to move from crisis to complete transformation.
Pastor Marlon Harris says this is a strategic public-private partnership they hope will be a model for similar facilities elsewhere. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Trying to clean up the ride through downtown, Bill. Crash still working on the right shoulder, 75-85 southbound and Freedom Parkway, and all the brake lights behind it are concentrated on 85 and 75 south, getting to their merging point, passing 17th Street and Atlantic Station. And if you're traveling 75-85 northbound, that ride's still just volume, on and off the brakes, I would say. University Avenue up to Peachtree, Pine Street, then looking pretty good up into Midtown. Checking I-85 toward Gwinnett County with the help of Chinwave and Ponyacook.
Just seems like that ride can't catch a break. You're still going to be tapping the brakes, leaving 285 if you're heading northbound past Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And then they pick up again near Sugarloaf Parkway, where you're going to be really bumper to bumper as you make your way towards 985, where finally your delays do ease. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening, but staying dry. Temperatures will cool to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers, especially through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs only in the mid-70s. Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy with pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. High around 84. Thursday and Friday, a tropical system will move through metro Atlanta. It'll bring torrential downpours as well as breezy conditions. Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
Right now it's 78 in Noonan, 82 in Midtown Atlanta, 79 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
When materials are late, everything's late. Labor's waiting, clients are waiting, and that costs you. Dave Baker here, and the pros I know rely on Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers delivers complete, accurate, on-time orders, wrapped right, right and ready to go. No half-right shipments, no guessing games, just dependable service that keeps your job moving. If you're tired of chasing materials, there's a better way to build. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
Breda's proud to protect the homes of trusted radio hosts like Scott Slade, Dave Baker, Mark Aram, and Christina Edwards. You've heard from them. Now here's my personal message. Hi, it's Matt Breda from Breda Pest Management. After 50 years, we're still family owned and operated, so our name's on the line. It's about integrity and protecting our community from bugs and critters. That's the commitment the Bredas stand behind.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Steel Horse Law specializes in motorcycle accidents involving trucks. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Greg Russ back with us. Hey, Greg, I didn't tell you that earlier today you had nothing to do with this, but you were part of it. I during a break, I went to the other side of the room and I sat down and I noticed the monitor that's here, and I saw you, even though you weren't on the air with us. I just saw you normally in your place, and I had an epiphany, and I realized just exactly how Jeffrey Toobin got caught. Does anybody remember the story of Jeffrey Toobin? CNN guy. So during the pandemic, when everybody was doing stuff away from the office, they were getting ready for election night, and they were doing a dry run. They were just doing a practice, and they took a break. And during that break, he started having his way with himself, and everybody else saw it. And I haven't really thought about it that much, but then when I was sitting over there and I was looking at that array that you have for the video product, and there's like 3 or 4, 5, 6 images of
there's
Greg
all
Russ.
kinds of different scenarios that it can show, like a box where you talking to Greg, Tim talking to Greg, me talking to Greg. There's all the different.
And during
scenarios.
the break, you just see Greg like going through papers or something, and like so I thought, oh, he didn't realize, because they were going to do an election night thing on CNN, so obviously they had one of these, and he had no idea. Thought he was all alone. So thanks, Greg. You helped me figure out that mystery. You had nothing to do with it, but
well, I'm glad I could help. You've always been paranoid about that anyway.
I am.
Putting tape over the camera.
I'm always.
on your computer.
First of all, you don't have to be paranoid to put tape over your computer anytime. The technology simply exists.
Give 'em
This
a
is
show.
not a conspiracy. I'm not talking about even then. I mean, at any time, the technology does exist that other entities turn it on. Now,
your TV's always listening to you.
TV's listening. Is it
That's why I
watching?
didn't get a smart TV.
Could be doing all kinds of things. I turned off
dumb TV.
My SIRI. I won't make everybody else's start. I have it to where it can't hear me when on the phone. I have to want it.
It still listens to you.
It says it does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you something. I forgot about it, and I was driving home, and I tried to yell at the phone to call my wife, and nothing happened. So I think it is off. Or maybe it's smart enough to know, let's trick him.
Yeah,
and make him think that it's off.
Exactly. It makes you think that it's off, but in reality, it's still listening.
I saw this is every once in a while. You wonder about Time. It used to be called Time Magazine. Now it's called Time.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about time in general. I was like, yeah, I wonder about time constantly.
No. I don't.
I obsess.
Yeah, stop obsessing about stuff like that. By the way,
Is there a past?
There's nothing you can do about it.
Does it exist?
It probably none of this is real or whatever. If you follow deep enough into the science, what does it matter? Are we in a simulation? How does that affect my life? What if we are? I'm still living the same life, right? I mean, Does it matter?
No, it's just the
Does
eternity
it matter?
of nothing.
Well, you're not going to be there.
Floating.
You're not going to be there. Before you were born, were you like hanging out going, dang, come on, put me in the game? It's not like you don't know. You're not there.
Understand that. It's just
You're not there.
while
Besides,
I am here,
we're
the
probably
thought
all
of it.
going to someplace glorious. Haven't you heard?
The simulation predicted you guys would have this conversation.
Yes. Well, it didn't predict it's happening because, but either if it's going to be a simulation, here's the thing that for me, is why do I got to feel pain? I don't think those characters running around in Grand Theft Auto are feeling pain when they get hit by a car.
We don't know that, though.
They keep getting back up the next time you play. That's
against
not
their
how
will.
Well,
just resets for them.
Oh, please
Good
don't
reset
shoot
for
me
us.
again.
In November when the next one comes out, you might not be seeing George and I for a couple weeks. Because Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I think, right before Thanksgiving.
No. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You guys are adults. You're not children. And you will put the important things and you'll put your priorities. And then when you have a little extra
Play the
time,
game.
you'll play the game. That's for your wife to worry about. That every moment when you're not actually taking care of your job, it's nothing but that stupid game.
What wife?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
George is clear.
I almost said your wives, and I stopped in the middle and turned toward Jared and said, as far as you're concerned, you're in the clear, my friend.
That's right.
So you don't mind if we just
The only thing that can hurt you, is it the new Madden you said?
No, this is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Well, the only thing that can hurt you with this new Grand Theft Auto is you just have to ask yourself, would be nice to get laid every once in a while. So it's just kind of a thing that you just have to.
Who needs that mess?
Yeah. Get laid in the game. What are you talking about? You're good.
I love his generation and younger. They're kind of like, it's kind of, you got to deal with all these emotions, and
Smells.
feelings, and people telling you to change the way you live your life. And I can just go online 10 minutes later. I'm back to Grand Theft Auto.
5.
No troubles. No troubles. So I was going to say, in time, I don't agree with this. It says, say these 3 words to instantly diffuse your rage. Do you still have a rage side, Greg Russ?
I didn't know. I'm laughing because I didn't know who you're going to ask as it's coming to me or Tim. I don't know.
Because I used to have it, but I've worked very hard, and I have to say, I would say that I have no rage side left anymore.
I sure do.
It doesn't mean I don't have I have bad days. But I haven't
raged in a while, and I haven't told myself any 3 little words.
Well, these are the 3 little words. I don't know that I buy this. So the idea is the next time you're furious, don't try to calm down. Just put a name to the anger coursing through your veins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm enraged just listening to this.
This is what you're supposed to do is you go, so you're in the middle of it, right? Tim, listen up because you have your moments. In the middle of it, you're supposed to say, this is rage.
What?
3 words, 3 seconds, either loud or silently to yourself, and you've already kept the feeling from swallowing you whole.
Yeah, you name it, you identify it,
You know that
contain
it's
it.
rage already. You just say you're being an idiot. Knock
Affect-
it off.
Yes.
Tim, what you just said, I was thinking of 3 little words. It was long as like, stop it, idiot.
Yeah,
those are my 3
that
little
works.
words.
I think I have words, and because I think to myself, hey, this is, when I was working to not have that rage side, for instance, as a football fan, I didn't like the way that I was acting, and I had to work on it. And what I say to myself, so let's say, boy, the Bills should have won. Josh Allen just threw an interception, and it's against the team, and now we're out of the playoffs or whatever, or things aren't going well. What I do say to myself is, this is the moment I'm talking about. This is the moment. It's one thing to plan to be better in a certain situation, because I was knocking things over and punching walls and just stupid. And so what I do is I do remind myself, this is the moment you were talking. This is the moment you were thinking about, Eric. If you can talk about not being that person, but when presented with the moment, if you don't go along with it, then you're still the person you don't want to be. So I don't say this is rage, but I do remind myself, we've been working on this, and this is the moment right here. If you're going to grow, this is the moment you got to do it. You got to feel like punching that wall, and then you don't punch the wall. You see, that's growth.
Yeah, this is dumb. Why am I going to bust my wall because of a football game.
Well, you'll get there eventually. I don't care that you cut me off. I do that. I don't. I'll get there. I'll get there.
That one. I like that one.
Hey,
I feel like the what you said, it's the 3 words, right? You just say this is rage.
This is rage.
Okay, like that. I feel like it should be this blank is rage. You have to add a 4th word in there, but you need to get that cuss word in.
Oh you got to throw it.
You got to throw one.
If you can't go all the way F, you got to go S.
Yes,
you got to get something out
in your backseat.
That's true.
Well, that's when you just start making words up.
Yeah. What does that mean, Daddy?
I can also see this going wrong. Somebody gets so angry, they punch another person in the throat, and then that person gives their account to the cops, and they said, right before he punched me, he yelled, "This is rage."
I know. It sounds, if you heard somebody, if you were just going, "This is rage," you would call 911. Alex Williams says the ride is cleaning up downtown.
Yeah, anybody needs to make that trek to the airport, now is getting to be a good time to do it. 7585 southbound. Just a little bit of volume as you leave 17th Street down to a crash, still off to the right at Freedom Parkway. And northbound, it's a little slow, but not terrible. University Avenue up toward I-20. Some of that volume will stay with you up to Freedom Parkway. Once you get past that, it is a clean shot into Midtown. Any more troublesome spots circling 285, Chinwei Maponya Cook?
Not anything major. That earlier trouble 285 northbound, that outer loop at I-20 in Decatur has cleared. And so just a little bit of merging madness to get onto I-20. The same can be said on the west side of town, 285 south, that outer loop. You're just going to be tapping the brakes past Bolton Road as you make your way towards that West Expressway. This report is sponsored by Staples. Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more at Staples. That was easy. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down.
We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
There comes a moment when you look at your aging parents and think, I just want them safe. I want them at home, and I just want them cared for. Maybe your mom wants to stay in the house she lived in for 40 years. Maybe dad just isn't ready to leave his garden, but you know they can't do it alone anymore. It's Belinda Skelton. I recommend Atlanta-based 4 Seasons Home Care. They specialize in helping your loved ones age in place in the comfort and dignity of their own homes. With caregivers you can actually trust, every single caregiver is thoroughly background checked and carefully vetted, because 4 Seasons knows when someone steps into your parents' home, they're stepping into your family. Don't settle for just anyone when it comes to the people you love most. Do what I did when my parents needed help. Choose trusted, compassionate home care. Choose 4 Seasons Home Care. Google and then call 4 Seasons Home Care today.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Conservative Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight the career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but always fail.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver major property tax relief that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
No more waiting and wavering from career politicians. It's time for real tax relief. Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Rick Jackson for Governor, Inc.
You always remember a home service company that's friendly and thorough. That's 100% the experience I had when CertaPro painters came to my home to look at our white ceilings that just needed a facelift. Ashley Frasca here to tell you that their process is hassle-free and they get the job done right with pride in their work. Things are looking up at the Frasca House thanks to CertaPro painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
All right, we do got to wrap it up here because, of course, Jared has to go to his second job for the next few weeks, which is nightlife ambassador for the World Cup. You'll find him in his orange shirt.
Orange vest.
The shirts, not vest.
Oh, it's a shirt.
They're orange shirts.
And they go from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., which, I'm
Where
sorry.
do they
Go ahead, Greg.
I was going to ask where they send people. Do they just have a list of businesses? Like, you go here.
I go to the Beltline.
Well, exactly. That's ATL. That's a Jared. Go to the Beltline. You'll be fine.
Does it have light rail?
I do.
Not yet, sir.
I think probably some people might just be like, hey, where is such and such hotel? Because I know I was wandering around Spain at 4 o'clock in the morning I just wanted to find anybody who knew enough English to tell me how to get that hotel with the large N on it. Do you know where that is? So a lot of it will be that. I think a lot of it will be like, where are we? How do we get back to such and such street? People want to eat. It's not that you're not going to go to hey, where's the best lasagna? I don't think they're going to be asked those questions.
Hey, where'd I get to the trap house?
Hey, you got any good whores around here?
Yes, I certainly. Come on out and imagine.
And by the way, how is it that we're already paying a nightlife czar? Is the nightlife czar out there?
I'm assuming that they're going to work in collaboration with these
people.
people.
Do you know this nightlife
These
czar?
are the minions of the nightlife czar. This is the people the nightlife czar sends out.
And these are only temporary positions.
So you're saying the nightlife czar is the
queen
grand of the nightlife ambassadors. Our nightlife czar, by the way, has a name that's very, very close to my favorite weather person, Kristen Edwards.
Oh,
I did not know that was our nightlife.
Kristen F. words.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's going to be most of it. I think it's nice to have that. Are they on the segways or no? Have we given up the segways? Didn't we have?
Well, because we have the scooters now. You don't really need the segways anymore.
What's that unicycle? The motorized unicycle. I saw some guy on a highway going on.
For heaven's sake!
Yeah. Those are more popular.
No thanks.
On the highway?
Yeah.
Well, did he have a license plate? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it belongs on the highway.
You're talking about the slingshots, are you?
I don't know what they're called. It was a unicycle, and the guy looked, of course, like a douche.
Yeah. Do you have a big mustache?
He had a knapsack.
Yeah.
No mustache.
They've got a racing league for those now. The crashes are kind of funny.
Well, I imagine they're kind of brutal.
Yeah.
You really don't have any place to. It's just you and gravity. All right. That music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up. Get the hell out. You know us. We're good citizens. We do what we're told all the time. Shelley's off tonight. J.D. Hayward is up next. We're going to come back and do this again tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.